Oh, Caleb.
I'm sorry that it's always me.
Boom, we live. Hey, I don't think you ever have to stop that.
The applause?
Yeah.
Hey, check it out. I could do this, though.
Yeah, and then just lower.
Just
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
it
I think
down.
that's more professional.
Professional.
I think that makes it so people then think that it's really a loud audience in the background.
Roger that.
If Roman Krennikov wouldn't have gotten injured, would Jeffrey Adler still have won the CrossFit Games? Mr. Young.
Honest opinion?
Yeah.
It's hot. No.
Let's paint the situation. He was winning by 2
He
points.
wasn't winning. He was down by 2 points. Roman was.
Adler was winning.
No, Adler was winning.
Yep.
Jeffrey Adler was winning. And did Roman step on a bag?
Yeah.
He
did.
His broken foot was on the ground. He stepped on a bag with his other foot and he broke the foot.
No.
The one that got cranked, he was on the ground.
Nope.
Okay, let's hear Chase's version. What's your version?
He broke his right foot. He came over the top. His right foot landed on the bag and then went nose dive into the ground. That is what happened.
He broke it before he came over?
No. The ground broke his foot,
Okay.
but his foot hit the bag. It's on video. Yeah, watch.
Okay.
Right foot, boom.
No,
His left foot. His left foot hits the bag.
wait, I don't even see it hit a bag.
That's what I'm saying. That foot's on the ground, man.
There's no bag.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't see it
bag's
hitting
under
the
the
bag.
ball.
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Regardless, his foot breaks.
Wait a
Doesn't really
second. I
matter
don't
how
see
it
it hitting the
breaks.
bag. Are you sure that's the jump where it broke?
Here,
That's the
Susan,
jump
just
where it
text me a
breaks.
video.
Let me see another angle on that.
I sent another angle video to you.
Wow, look at this. Look at this name. Holy cow. Oh my goodness.
Say it. Where's Jeremy Austin when you need him? He can get away.
Wow. From hailing from, I think she's Indian. She's a beautiful Indian lady from the Indian continent, dot not feather. Mahunt Ichi. Welcome. Thank you for your generous new subscriber. It's fantastic. Okay, I always wanted a little accent over my name. Oh shit! Here we go. Wow.
Where'd you get this angle, Chase?
Don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it, bro.
Okay, here we go. Action.
Boom, boom, bag, ground in your face.
Okay.
Oh.
He breaks it on the ground, but it hits the bag first.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
I'm agreeing with you. I
Both
didn't
his
see
feet
this
land
angle.
on the bag.
God.
God, he has skinnier calves than Dave Castro. What is up with that dude's build?
Oh,
So it's his left foot got tweaked?
broken.
Well, it looks like his right knee broke too.
Yeah. It's like landing on someone's foot in a basketball game, basically.
I don't know.
Except-
I've rolled my ankle pretty badly. It doesn't break.
Well,
Chase,
and that's because it was like toes down when you broke it. Like, ugh.
how many workouts were left after this one?
Two.
And Jason, what do you think? Do you think I think Jeffrey Adler wins the games if Roman's still in it. What do you think?
I have taken the stance of I'm going to give Jeffrey Adler a full week of being the champ before I say anything of who would have won if whatever happened.
Oh shit!
Chase,
Good
this is
dude.
not the podcast to be political. That's your own podcast.
Wow.
When have I ever been
Chase,
political in my
so-
podcast?
On the
I am
CrossFit podcast?
convinced that nobody listens to my podcast, or I probably wouldn't have the job.
No, it's aggressive tonight. I like it.
Chase, so you think that Roman would have won too?
No,
Oh, okay.
but
For
I
this
don't.
week.
I'm not going to play the. I'm giving Jeff Adler a full week before I play the speculation game.
And Jeff
So,
might have
so,
done
so you
much
maybe
better.
think. You maybe think. Sorry, let me get to the bottom of this, John, real quick. Don't let him wiggle away yet. We still got him on the hook a little bit. So you sort of think that. You may think that Roman would have won. Up to 50% chance. Keep sipping that if that's what I think it is. Okay, fine. Fine.
We need a couple more in him before he starts talking.
And why, John? What movement? Give me just one movement that you see in there that you're like, dude, sorry. In those 2 workouts, what's the movement?
It's not just one movement. And Jeff might have done much better on the last workout had it been a race. Like you cannot say that. Like maybe he could have went way faster than he did. And if that's the case, then I think it's a 50-50 shot either way. I think
Jeff Adler was not going as hard as he could on the second to last workout.
On the last workout.
On either of them.
That's fair. I have it on good authority. Roman would have crushed the sled workout. I don't think he beats Fikowski or Bellner, but I do think he'd be 3rd. And Adler was 7th in that workout. It wasn't his best one. Roman would have been ahead of Adler in the last workout.
So here's what we need. We need Brian's spin. Oh, that's the workout. Was that the second to last workout?
Second to last.
8 rounds for time. Down and back. P-bar traverse. 30 heavy rope double unders. 1 section hand over hand sled pull.
God, it looked like a fun workout.
Hey, so the only place I could imagine Roman's better than Adler is the sled pull because he's more mass. That's what you're saying?
I mean, it's a similar way that why Fikowski's better than everybody in that workout. I think Roman's similar. I don't think he would have beaten Fikowski or Bellner in that workout, but the P-bar wasn't a problem. The double unders wouldn't have been a problem. And I do think he would have pulled the sled faster than everybody except those 2.
Oh, geez. Here we go. You want to hear from Roman's training partner? Jesus Christ. Get this guy in the podcast. It's time. I strung this guy along long enough.
Roman got 3rd in test 1 in semifinals in the East.
You can't use test.
Adler got 6th.
Yeah, you can, Chase. You can do whatever you want. Don't listen to him. Logan Ewing. Roman would dominate the P-bar sled pull workout, says Logan Ewing of the Mayhem Empire. Very biased. Rogan's training partner and jock carrier. And would have made enough points. Plus, he would have made a run at the final. What does that mean? What's that? I don't understand that last sentence.
The last workout, he would have made a run at winning it. I think Roman would have been like 15 points ahead of Adler going into the last workout. And then from what happens there, I have no idea. I thought it'd be a great workout for Adler, and he coasted it in. So I can't say whether Adler would crush that or Roman would crush that, but Roman would be ahead going into that last one. If he could just stay by him, he wins. If Adler beats him by 4 spots, Adler wins. I don't know which one would have happened.
Imagine a circle, and inside of that circle is the sport of CrossFit, and inside of it, Mr. Schweitzer from the glorious Clydesdale Media says health and injury, and I'm going to throw in judging and reffing are part of the sport, and so Jeff won, end of story. I agree with you. I think we all agree with you. But here's the thing I'm tripping on. When Brian Spin sends out the who's the best in CrossFit list, and I'm guessing he's going to do it in a couple days. So we all vote basically who's going to win the games in 2024, assuming that's coming out any day now. Start predicting. Is Jeffrey Adler going to be at the top of that list? Are you guys going to put Adler at the top of that list?
You want to go first?
Chase isn't going to turn his in. He's for 2 weeks. He's going to tell his person, I'm not turning him on.
If I go off
another sip of his drink.
go off the test of this year, I might put Ricky Garrard at the top.
Wow.
Hot take.
If you wanted a hot take.
I'm going to bring Ricky on the show and provoke the shit out of him. I'm going to ask him 20.
I don't think it's going to be that hard. The dude's been doing the games test ever since they came out.
Do you think you would have won workout 1? I'm just going to go through every workout. Do you think you would have won workout 2?
Wasn't he doing them in his gym?
The ones he could do, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have some frame of reference. I got a wild take on it. I think Roman's injury was the best thing that could have happened to him for his long term of his career and his fan base. Better than winning the games this year.
I agree with you, Souza.
The fuck are you talking about? Someone explain that to me.
If you look at you want to go, Matt.
I was just
because he put on an extra 10,000 Instagram
we're probably
followers.
thinking along the same lines.
Well, no, I'm just thinking he won the hearts of everybody inside that Coliseum. That story's massive. We know he's now capable of being on that podium, if not winning the games. And now next year, the hype coming into it as a healthy Roman is going to be insane. And so if he would have won this year, everybody would have, oh shit, he won. But this built his story up so much more.
This is Rocky upside down. We really do live in a backwards world.
I just think every great champion we've had heartbreak the year before their run. right? Matt Fraser was supposed to win in 2015. Rich was supposed to win in 2010. Tia was supposed to win in 2016. They didn't, right? And it was heartbreak, and it was terrible. And a little bit of different circumstances, but that set off the monsters that those people became, and then they were untouchable. Like, it would not surprise me if Roman went off and won 3 straight and nobody could touch him. And maybe Ricky is his rival in that 3 years. Maybe Jeff maybe they're all close. I don't know. I wouldn't surprise me if Roman takes another step forward and everybody else stays the same relative fitness.
I also, here we go. Ken Walters, this guy had 2 last place finishes and still finishes third. Wait, did he take third or second?
Third.
Oh, let's talk about that other room. Let's talk about a couple other rumors. By the way, I think Adler would have won, and not just because he's coming on tomorrow, partially because of that, but not totally. What if what's this story? I'm hearing that Roman's leaving Mayhem and headed off to Dubai, leaving Cookville. And can anyone confirm
that?
A
seminar in Dubai.
He's not leaving. I heard his wife didn't like Cookville, left, and he's on his way to Dubai with her.
I heard that too. Logan might.
No, and he's taking Logan with him.
Well, I mean, Logan would know is all I'm saying. We don't know what he would know.
All right. She got tired of the guy delivering the newspaper having more missing teeth than she could count out there and cook. Well, they got that problem in Russia too. All right. Oh, let's talk about the other rumor. Fikowski sandbagged. This is just asinine, right? Has anyone?
I went back and watched that, and there's no way.
Dude
just got smoked. Yeah.
Okay, he's coming back on the 16th to Cookville to pack Logan up and then head off to Dubai. This year will be great for Roman's confidence. He will be thinking all year he would have won, and the opposite for Adler. He will be questioning his win all year.
That's tough.
I don't know about that.
I think that was great for Adler. Like, why? I don't see any confidence shaking. I think it's because when you look at the path that Adler's taken to get where he was and all the weaknesses he's been working on, yet still not losing his strengths, like that type of confidence in your training exponentially increases your drive to go forward and like continue to pour yourself into those. Because a lot of the times, if you're doing all of these, okay, I'm focusing on my weaknesses, I'm doing the things I hate. Am I going too far to the left and maybe I'm losing what I have on the right? And then when it works, it's a total game changer, absolute game changer. So, and I'm a fan of what Adler's done and the way he's done it. Like, I think it was awesome the way he has climbed the ranks over the last 4 or 5 years. It's been great.
Clydesdale Media, Scott Schweitzer. Adler will be number 1 on my list. Go ahead, John.
And to your point, for him, you just keep on keeping on. What you're doing is working. It's not, you have not taken a step back. Like, you just continue to improve. And if it's working, there's no reason he can't just continue to get better, because he's gotten better every year, year after year after year. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's fitter and Roman's fitter, and then those two just are, take a jump over everybody. It wouldn't surprise me if Roman comes and dominates. Like, I think there's a whole bunch of different things that could happen next year. But for Adler, he has improved every single year. So for him to win, I mean, I agree with Chase. You just keep on keeping on doing, rinse, lather, repeat.
Programming will be different next year.
To champions, programming doesn't matter.
Exactly.
It matters to second and third place, where Roman was.
I mean, the last 2 events could have been anything. He still got third.
Yeah, the programming didn't break his foot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Brandon has texted us. Very confidential text. She's had an unexpected situation come up. You know what? Fuck this. I'm going to read you. I'm going to go against the...
Did the AC go out again?
I'm going to go against the rules.
Rolling blackouts?
I'm going to go against the rules. If we text real quick, can I read your text?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really.
Meanwhile, I'm going to read them. Let me read this to you. I really want to read you the text we have going with Jason Hopper. Are you tripping?
Me? Yeah. Yeah. Something happened.
It's like texting with someone from the Muppets.
Dude, we got to get to the bottom of it when he comes on.
Yeah.
180-degree change.
Let me see this.
I hope she pops in for a minute.
Where is this?
Can you explain that, or is that under wraps?
I don't know why. With the Jason Hopper thing?
Yeah.
Just because we'll give him any time he wants, but even that's not working. Like, hey, when do you want like just throwing out times? Here's a clock. Just put the hands anywhere you want. We'll do it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what the big hand does, right? You know what the little hand does?
Probably think he's just screwing with us.
It does seem like he's fucking with us,
like,
but I don't think he is.
Scheduled. And he's like, yeah, let's go with Saturday.
Let me see. Let me see.
He's not busy. He's not training.
Oh, that's why I can't figure out the text, because I text her without you on it at first. Okay.
Yeah, that was the first one, which left me feeling nervous because there wasn't a lot of back and forth until 10-16 minutes ago.
I said, sorry, Danielle, I'm reading this. Hey, great hanging with you. I want to have you on Friday night for 15 minutes. Low stress if you can't. She says, yes, ! Thank you. Then today we get a text. We're like, hey, we're on in 30 minutes. Well, Susan texted her the night before. See you tomorrow. Courtesy text. Everyone gets it. Sevan Podcast. And then he texts her 30 minutes ago saying the show's getting ready to go on.
I don't get it.
She says, I'm at a wedding. Susan says, so what? Come on. We have a podcast. Let's do it.
We can all join the wedding.
So far, Ariel Loewen.
Be at the wedding?
What?
Maybe she didn't know she was going to go to a wedding.
Here's the thing with her. We've come to accept, like water, it gets things wet. If you schedule with Danielle Brandon, you know it's 3 to 4 schedules minimum before you get her. But you know what's the crazy part is it's so cool that she texts you. She's not even like, she doesn't ghost you. She's like, hey, I'm at a wedding. What's your problem? Let me know.
Totally. Yeah. Did you see the text we just got right this second?
No. Please tell me. Please tell me it's from Jason Hopper.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what?
Send him a link right now.
No, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Send him a link right now.
Okay. So you have 10 minutes when Ariel comes, you're out.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, can you come on now for 5 minutes? We have a question for you. Why the fuck is it so hard scheduling you? Bill Francis, thank you all again for amazing coverage. No matter the medium you were on, and on God, I love John.
On God.
Must be related to
Is that like on God? Like on God?
No.
Ready to fight? On God.
That's on guard.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you. That's French.
Caleb coined a phrase for the show now. This is awesome.
On God.
On God, brother. On God. I mean, can we name the next live call-in show that?
Yes. Hey, Sevan, you have to remember partially somewhere in the show to play the new ad sponsor in the middle of it.
Oh, that's this show?
I mean.
Oh, Nelly.
It probably should. Did you watch it?
No.
Fuck.
How long is it?
It's way too long.
Can we start it and stop it? Oh, no. When it goes, we disappear?
We disappear.
Correct.
Yeah. And I apologize to everybody.
I just looked at it.
Did you watch it?
No, I just saw how long
it
was.
It's for the mattress, right? It's for the mattress, right?
Yeah, 8 sleep. I mean, fuck you can do it now if you want to do it now. It doesn't need.
Let me ask one more. Let me ask one more question.
Don't disrupt this rhythm, please.
Thank you, Jace.
Hey,
Chase understands. Chase understands.
I'm going to pay the bills around here.
Were any workouts leaked last year? I heard last year, Jace is like, fuck, why'd I agree to come on the show? Can we just talk about something simple?
You can ask any question you want. I'm a big boy.
Any workouts leaked this year? Last year, I heard rumors that it was the worst leaked year of CrossFit Games workout in the history of the sport.
Not at the games.
No, they weren't. Not at the games. Not true.
No.
The worst
Open.
programmed? Is that what you're saying?
Last year?
I apologize for the.
What did you
apologize
say?
for cryptic talk. Wait a second. Okay, enough with the cryptic talk. Sorry, I apologize for that. I hate that shit. Yeah. And did you guys hear of any camps getting workouts ahead of time?
Oh.
No. For instance, Chase, last year the ropes. Some people showed up with the fucking perfect rope to do double crossovers, and some people didn't.
Well, they were probably sponsored by RX Smart Gear, which is a vendor at the games, and he probably ran over and gave them all ropes, which is what they should.
Okay, so that's not a leak.
No, because the same people, excuse me, in the same camps, I don't think had the same ropes either. Like, did every Mayhem athlete have a rope?
I don't know. That's a good point. So that's just because I have a right-wing conspiracy show. The reason why I think that. Not because there's any validity
There
to
wasn't
it.
double cross.
Yeah, we'll keep throwing the conspiracy theories out there.
All right. Slop. My birthday is on Sunday, and my wife's grandma dropped off a bunch of cannoli.
I talked to him a couple weeks ago.
What is cannoli?
It's like
a cream-filled pastry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Leave the guns, take the cannolis.
I've had 6 since I got off work yesterday. That is all.
Ooh.
Oh, dude, this is like a Catholic. This is like what's that called when in Catholic church when you got to go to the back? Confession. I forgive you, son. Oh.
It's like an Italian egg roll.
So good.
Armenians have a lot of desserts that just aren't worth eating. They're just all sugar, but they're just not even good. I wonder, is that one of those things?
What is like traditional Armenian cuisine?
Like there's something called tzatziki or something. It's like just this round glob of sugar and dough. It's like dumb. It's like worse than, it's like, dude, Americans have donut holes. What the fuck? We got this thing? Stupid.
I might make
or it's like scones, like scones, like real scones. I'm not talking about like these Starbucks scones that taste like sugar. I'm talking, what scones? It's like you bit into a banana peel. You're like,
yeah,
like that's how Armenian desserts are.
Than biting into a real scone. Like
even
like a piece of chalk.
Even baklava, dude. I love pistachios. No one wants fucking pistachios on their dessert. And I don't want the fucking thing like it's just like a flaky mess. It's like eating seaweed. It's like, have you ever seen your kids like eat dry seaweed and shit's just everywhere?
That's not your go-to gelato.
Baklava.
Pistachio. So how about that video?
What video? Hold on, I'm not done with controversial topics yet. Don't try to take over the show.
That, Rita.
Let there be an that thing. Hold on, one more thing.
This episode is sponsored by Awkward Silence.
I'm so glad Daniel Brand's not here. Here we go. I'm sweating balls. Before the CrossFit Games, I said that if you're a woman, because of the nature of the women's field, how it unfolded into a careful, Sevi. A lot of women stepped out for a variety of reasons. Is that true that Haley Adams is dating like some? This is one I was going to ask. But Haley Adams was she dating like a pro baseball player, and now she pivoted to a guy from the movie Avatar?
Child actor.
What?
Yeah, he's blue.
The new Avatar. Yeah.
God, I'm stoked for her. Holy shit, I got to get her on. I didn't know she dated. Thank you. Mrs. Young. That's the lady I met in the media department?
Yes.
Oh, she looked tiny in the media department. There she looked yoked.
She is tiny.
Oh yeah, this dude. Congratulations, Haley. This is awesome.
Oh, wow.
Is that his real name?
No way.
He sounds like a boxer.
But dating's fun. Do you remember dating? Do any of you guys remember dating?
It looks like he's in a
Yeah.
That's ballpark. Okay, here we go. Now we got some real, and this is where I bow out.
Okay, but I got. Oh, look at some.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hey guys,
Hi, Miss Loewen. Oh shit, she saw a ghost. Look
can
at.
you hear me?
Yeah. Look at your daughter saw a ghost. She was like.
Can you
like,
turn your
stranger
phone
danger. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
sideways, or thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Caleb. Okay, one quick thing. Hi, Ariel. Hold on. You're interrupting the show.
Someone's watching Bluey.
Take your time.
I said that if you're a woman and you did worse this year than you did last year, you should retire.
Saying me or a different woman?
No. I'm asking those. But I think Daniel
That's
Brandon
you, Ariel.
did Daniel Brandon do worse this year than she did last year? Oh, that sucks. I can't have her retire. I strike that comment from the record.
Who are you thinking of? Who do you want to retire?
No one. I don't want anyone to. But I was just kind of like saying that because I thought it was like a slam dunk and no one would have to retire because so many girls were pulling out. I thought the whole field would move up.
In a perfect world, we all would.
Yeah. What's up, Podium? Podium.
I know. I don't know if you can see behind me, but our fireplace has a new belt on it for the moment.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
We don't know where else to put it. So I was like, you know what? That's a good spot for it until we build something for it.
Ariel, day one, any thoughts on your placement? Day one, before workout one, any thoughts on placement?
You know what? What did it start on, a Thursday? Wednesday night, me and Dylan went to dinner, and we were kind of reflecting on last season, how amazing it was. And I was like, man, last season, day one was such a good day. How am I going to top this year's day one? So like going into it, I was already like, okay, last year, day one, I was in third. Put your hopes realistic. That's not going to happen again. So I'll be happy with top 10 at the end of day one. But it turns out same thing happened, and I had a better first day compared to last year. And I think I ended in third that day. So it was a good first day.
And did you think about at that point, did you have any thoughts about the end? At any time before the last workout? When was the first time you thought of the podium?
Probably event 11. After I finished the double under one, and I had, I think, a 70-point lead over Gazan. And I like personally talked to Gazan backstage before we went on, and she was like, I'm not even worried about getting third. She's like, I'm trying to hold on to fourth and not let Alexis beat me. And that's when it kind of sunk in, like, wait, people aren't even, I mean, of course they might still try for it, but it wasn't even in her sights to say, I need to beat you by X amount of points so I can stand here. And that's kind of when it sunk in, like, this is real. Just don't get last place and you'll be fine.
And did you look at the people to your right and left too? Where you're like, okay, I need to stay ahead of Alexis. I need to stay ahead of Gazan.
No. I didn't. It didn't matter if they beat me. I just couldn't have them beat me and I get last place. So I was just like, you know what? Do what I've done all weekend. Just keep moving. Get uncomfortable. Push through the pain a bit. And it worked out great. I actually finished the last event. I was super proud of it. I did all the lunges unbroken, and it hurt a little bit, but it was worth it.
Yeah, you're in a strong position. I guess you could say you and Emma, Laura Horvat was kind of in a world of her own, and then you and Emma Lawson were in a world of your own, and then it kind of went down to Gabrielle Magawa, Alex Gazan, Alexis Raptis. Yeah,
it was a great way to end. Like, I didn't have to die in the last event. I could just push hard and have a great weekend, a great end to the weekend.
Was it, to me, looking from the outside, it was just like 100% you were like, yeah, I did it. Was there any part of you that was like, fuck, I wanted first?
No. But
no, you were good. You were good.
If I were to go back and reflect, I did really bad on the handstand event, which should have been a strength. If I would have done better there, it would have changed the podium. But I mean, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I could have done worse on the 5K. You know, it's easy to look back in hindsight and say that. But that's the one event where I'm like, how the heck did I get 14th? Like, I sucked it up when it should have been a strength. By all means, it should have been a strength.
Oh, and then on the other end, you said a PR, right? Out there for the
for the snatch. One thing that's interesting on the handstand one, so I'm my own programmer, quote unquote. So even as soon as in the middle of the event, I realized where I had messed up in my programming. I only do freestanding handstand push-ups fresh as skill work. So as soon as I finished the pullovers, did my handstand walks, believe it or not, my arms were extremely fatigued. So in that moment, I tried to do strict freestanding handstand push-ups and they were not there. And I was like, okay, now I need to do these under fatigue because I've only ever done them fresh and I'm paying the price for it right now. So it was a good learning moment. Now I know for the future.
Will you write that down? Will you journal that?
Yeah, I have a note section in my phone that has my weaknesses that I need to work on each week. So that just got added to the list.
John.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, games training, I will. As far, like practically, I don't need those all season round. But for the games.
John, any surprise? So you got Laura Horvat, Emma Lawson, Ariel Loewen. What game number is this for you, Ariel?
3. Lucky number 3.
Then Gabby Magawa, Laura Horvat's training partner, and then Alex Gazan, Alexis Raptis, and Katrin David's daughter. Does Ariel belong there? Are you like, oh, she got lucky, or oh, she should? No, I don't know. Does she belong there in that spot?
I don't think you can finish a competition with over 10 events and say a person doesn't deserve the spot that they're in. After day 1, if Ariel is 3rd, then yeah, she could have got lucky with the events. But after 4 days of testing everything under the sun, and then getting 3rd, not just barely, not like she snuck in 3rd, but she won by 100 points. I don't know how you can say she wasn't deserving of 3rd.
You're just saying that because I'm here, Johnny.
That was an easy question I gave him. I'm about to make it really weird for Chase. Hold on. Chase.
Can I ask Chase? Chase, we're usually always on the flight back together. What flight did you take this time?
I was on the 4:20 on Monday.
Okay, so you still had some time to chill.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, what's wrong with?
Yours in 11.
What's wrong with John's audio? We've been working on this. What's wrong with it? What are you talking about? Tell us what's wrong. We'll fix it. Chase, she took 3rd place, but her highest finish is 3rd, 2/3.
Okay.
She got 3rd in the muscle up. What is that? Muscle up what? Log? Jump? What is that?
Muscle up logs?
Muscle up logs.
And a 3rd in the cross country. That doesn't even count, right? That just she's a one-trick pony. But the pig chipper, she gets 2nd.
Yes.
In the CrossFit workout.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy surprising. I would not have picked her to do
not
that.
Not too bad at 5'3".
No shit, Ariel. You're 5'3". Wow.
Yeah, we are. We're the same height, Sevan.
Oh, shut the fuck up. How dare you? How dare you? I saw you at dinner. We had dinner almost every night, at least for a few minutes. I didn't ever even notice you were that short.
No, we never stood up next to each other. You were always.
I saw you walk to the table. I was ogling you and Dylan. I saw you walk to the table.
But you were always so drunk by that point, Sevan.
Damn. Damn. Each drink you got an inch taller.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
Any concerns, Chase? No 3rd place, but not a no event wins. Even our boy Colten Mertens got an event win.
It's called well-roundedness. That's all it is. Justin won the CrossFit Games without winning an event.
He won 1.
Well, last year.
I think he won this first year too.
He's won 1 games, I think, without winning. Yeah.
Is he the only one to have ever done that?
I don't think so.
James Fitzgerald.
Maybe. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I did feel out of place a little bit. They had us corralled before they announced the podium officially, where we ran out with our flags, and they did the event wins first, and then called out the podium. And literally everyone, Vellner, Roman, everybody is walking up to get their trophy, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm just standing there like, well, I get a cool medal. Just as it was odd, I didn't really think of it until that moment where everybody else on the podium had won multiple events. And I didn't get to come home with that kind of trophy this year, but this one's a lot more special.
And don't you get like $3,000 for every event you win or something cool like that?
Yeah.
Although you did
$3,000 for first, $2,000 for second, $1,000 for third. So they count the top.
So you got like
shit! So you got a little bit of that.
Event placements.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Ariel, you're
25 or 85.
Dude, that's just numbers. They're irrelevant.
I never had more. That's not true. That was tongue in cheek. Pauly G calling Sevan out. Sevan getting litty titty at the games. Not true.
No, Sevan was working very hard at the games. Don't let me fool you.
She saw me at dinner with maybe a margarita or 6, but not drunk. Tell me about the story about how Dylan got that flag. There's a picture of you holding a flag, and I remember one night at dinner, Dylan came with the flag, and he was like, "Hey, I got this from the Lost and Found." I was like, "What? Maybe I shouldn't hear this story."
Isn't this wild? So day one that we start competing, so on Thursday, I lost my grips. So we go to the Lost and Found to find them, and there's an American flag folded up beautifully as it should be, like a veteran folded it or something. And Dylan's like, "Look, there's an American flag. If we need it over the course of this weekend, like," he's like, "you're going to hold that on the podium." And I was like, "Whatever, like, get out of here, dude." And so all weekend, the weekend goes great. The American flag is still there in the right-hand corner in the Lost and Found. And so before event 12, from the expo center, we have to walk all the way to the Coliseum. By this point, we knew I was 70 points up in third. Like, Lord willing, I'm going to get third. And so he grabs the American flag, and that's the one I held on the podium. And it's the most beautiful American flag I feel like I've ever seen.
It was folded meticulously when he showed it to me.
I'm telling you, it was perfectly folded and had been in Lost and Found since day one.
Like folded in a triangle?
Folded in a triangle, like perfectly. And I have no idea who would bring American flag, who would forget an American flag, because they don't provide American flags at the games if you podium. So it was just such a God thing that it was there, and it was beautiful.
Did you take it home?
Absolutely. We're going to hang that up.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you lost an American flag, you're going to have to take it off the wall at the...
No, this is where I sign out.
At the Loewen house. Okay, a couple more quick questions before you sign up. PR in the snatch. Tell me about it. Why did you go for a PR? What happened? Can you tell me why you put those weights on? Can you tell me what happened there?
Yeah, I had 4 weights I want to hit. So I wanted to hit 181, 191 on snatch. On clean and jerk, I want to hit 221, 231. 190 is the number I've always hit when I compete at semifinals or the games. Like, I hit 190 at Granite Games. 190 this year at semifinals after the 800-meter run. So 190 is a very comfortable number mentally for me. So Dylan was like, just add 1 pound. Then you'll PR by 1 pound. And at the end of the weekend, that 1 pound might have put you in third place. So that's where 191 came from. And then 231, I clean and jerk 221, my first attempt. Get it. It felt really heavy. For some reason, I mean, I know why. I'm fatigued. We've done a lot of work. But for some reason, when I was warming up, clean and jerk, I kept getting super lightheaded doing the clean, doing the jerk. So I was like, I'm going to open safe 221. And after I hit 221, it felt really heavy. So I look up to Dylan in the crowd, and I'm like, I'm going to do 226. And he looked at me, and I start loading the weights because I was scared to look back at him. And I just see him go, no, 231. And it was like the little push I needed to say, I believe in you. You can do this. Load up the bar. So I loaded up the bar, and then that's how 231 happened.
Wow.
It was perfect.
And at the end here, you look up. Are you looking at someone in particular there? Look at that, like that.
Yeah. Dylan was right, from the front, right at 2 o'clock in my peripheral. So I hit it. And I just looked up at him, and I was like, this is great. Because that event was so stressful. I went second to last. So for 4 minutes, I just hear people lifting and making it or missing it behind me. And then you literally only have 20 seconds. You either hit it or you don't. So the whole 4 minutes, you're sitting there thinking, I really hope I hit this. Okay, I still have 3 minutes. This girl just missed it. This girl just made it. My mind was just running. So to hit the weight and actually successfully make a lift after thinking about it for what felt like an eternity before, that's why I was so excited. Because I was like, phew, I have a number on the board. I'm still in contention for top 10 or staying in second place.
And then this last look up is a look to the heavens, huh?
Absolutely. So this is what's funny. I wanted 231, but you can't pray to hit 231 if you don't load up the bar to 231. So for me, it was a trusting moment of I've got to do my part, and then I can get help from him to do his part.
Dang. It's crazy, dude.
I know.
So
the whole weekend was just perfect. I have nothing bad to say other than I need to work on handstand push-ups.
Did you at any time give Justin Medeiros a pep talk? I heard you were trying to give him a pep talk in the back.
I don't think I've ever talked to him.
Oh, all right.
I
made that completely up. I just made that bullshit up. Nothing more American than claiming something that isn't yours.
That's right. America. Technically, my tax dollars probably paid for it, so
That's
I'm gonna
good.
take it.
Before we run out of time here with you, I just want to take one just crazy gratuitous look at your insane body. It wouldn't be the Sevan Podcast without that, so someone can criticize me. Look at your fucking back. Look at your lats, dude.
They're huge, aren't they? I almost didn't post
You
that
are.
picture.
Say it again.
I almost didn't post it because I literally showed my friend who was there at the games, and I was like, "Man,
Yeah.
I look shredded. Should I post it?" And she's like, "Yeah, you can post it, but you might get a little bit of backlash of like, oh, you're on steroids, or you know how weird people can be in comments."
That's
Yeah,
the
I don't
best
see-
comment
I
to get
compliment.
when you're not on steroids. It's like, thank you.
True.
I
That's
think I look
true.
great too.
Hey, dude, that's an though. I want those lats. What an incredible back you have.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing your back.
I worked hard this past year, so
Yeah.
I earned those wings, right?
Do you want to say hi to Alex Gazan?
Is she here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Coming
All
up.
right, lucky you, ladies and gentlemen, the most improved CrossFit Games athlete, maybe even in the history of the sport, Miss Alex Gazan.
Hey guys,
Hey.
What's up,
Hey,
girl?
friend.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm tired.
Perfect. Ariel Loewen, it's been wonderful having you on. Thank you. Your daughter is incredibly well behaved, like usual.
She's so
That's
cute.
right. Raise them
Thanks
right.
So cute.
Thanks for coming on with us late
Congratulations.
Friday night.
Oh, you're good. Love you guys. Have a good
Have a
night.
good one,
Love
Ariel.
you.
Ciao.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Of course, anytime.
Sleepy Gazan.
Sleepy G.
Yeah, I guess so. This week at least.
Chase, how fun is it to be a commentator and have someone like Gazan out there who just wrecking shop? You never know what she's going to do. She's new to the sport, only her second year. Is it just a blast?
It is fun. It's fun to watch new athletes enter the fold and then make a name for themselves. It was also fun watching, even though it probably wasn't fun for you, the end of Alpaca.
Oh, yeah, that's the moment of the weekend, I guess.
Yeah, that was so heartbreaking to watch. But
Can you walk us
I've
through it?
never. Yeah, sure. So the sled is heavy, like so heavy, obviously. And I just like, I think it's in like the live feed. You see me like biff it, like my shoe comes off and I just like fall through my sled. And my first instinct was like, fuck it. Like I train barefoot all the time. Like I'm just going to go barefoot. And so like I took my other shoe off and then I like go to take my socks off. And like right when I get the socks off, Chuck comes over and he's like, no, like you got to put your shoes on. And I just like feel like instant defeat because like my shoes are triple knotted. My grip is gone. Like I can't even like move my fingers, let alone untie a triple knotted shoe. So I just like sat there for a second and I think I asked my judge, like I'm like almost in tears, like, can you help me? And then I was like, I know you can't help me, like never mind. And then I just like,
Alex, hold on one second. So literally the second you got those off, Chuck ran over.
yeah.
And what's he say to you?
He's like, you got to put your shoes back on. And I was like, oh no.
And is that a rule in the rule book? You have to be wearing shoes?
I think so. It's like in one of the fine print things.
Crazy. Okay. And then I just want to slow you down here and kind of soak this in. And then so immediately you dropped your butt and you're putting your left shoe on.
I'm trying to, but like I didn't have my socks on. So like my feet are sweaty. Like I couldn't get them on at all. I couldn't untie them. Like my hands were useless. So I sat there for a while, pouted, and then I was like, well, I'll just like put my toes in and see if I can push the sled. At that point, I was like, shoot, like everyone's going to pass me. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to finish. But yeah, we finished. So that was cool.
Hey, so that's a wardrobe malfunction. Why take your shoes off even at all? Why did you start taking your shoes off?
Because I only had one on, and like I knew I would slip in my socks, so I was like, I'll just go barefoot. Like I figured I could push the sled barefoot.
So when this video starts, you already basically. So you're basically pushing so hard that even a triple knotted shoe can't stay on.
I guess so.
I'm trying to think who else. Chase, John, anyone else come out of their shoes? I feel like I saw someone else come out of their shoes.
In this event?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
who did we interview who told us that? Even before I had seen this video, someone said, hey, dude.
G or Hopper maybe come out of their shoe? I think it was a guy.
I didn't see. I was
Maybe ran
watching
across
it
it
on
on shoe.
air.
Hey, Alex, why triple knot the shoe?
Because I didn't want him to come off.
So you knew in advance that was like a.
I mean, I didn't anticipate them coming off at all, but like it's kind of like the rule of thumb before you go on the floor. Like you don't want your shoes to come untied, like because I would waste time to tie them. I don't know. I feel like I always triple knot my shoes before I compete.
LDY 2742 Vidison. So Vidison came out, huh?
Mm.
Oh, there was a guy that lost a shoe too. Interesting. Chase Ingraham. Have you ever heard of this before in a CrossFit event? Someone pushing themselves out of a shoe? Oh, okay. So people know that about the sled. Okay.
Well, especially in the sled pushing out, like Alex is saying, it's like it was so heavy, and there was the friction on that thing was twice as hard as it was last year. Alex, I actually had a question: were you guys not allowed to wear cleats?
I think you were allowed to.
Did anybody? I didn't see anyone wearing cleats.
Yeah, I wish I would have. I mean, obviously, like with Reebok, like we had a set list of shoes from their lines that we were supposed to wear. So I don't know if I would have been able to anyway, but cleats would have been very nice.
Brent Fikowski sent someone to run and get his turf shoes, I think.
Yeah, that was a smart move for sure.
Do you have a shoe sponsor?
Reebok.
That's interesting. Hey, up the game for shoe sponsors, man. Have all that shit just fucking ready. Like basically, did they supply you with cleats?
Reebok?
Yeah.
No, so they wanted us to wear. They have a new line, like the bold line. So it's like the bright color shoes, and then they have like a Nano Adventure, which is more tread than like the Nano, but it's not cleats. So they wanted, since they just came out with those, like they wanted just those shoes. But I think in the future, like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, like, do you want me to do well, or do you want me to like wear your shoes? So I think in the future, I'll just kind of send them an email and request to wear cleats or something.
Yeah, everything. Water. Bring the whole fucking busload of shoes. Water shoes, cleats, just whatever. Anything that possibly could help. Right. It's the same with like ropes. Right now, everyone bring a fucking rope.
Yeah.
Well, what an incredible event. It's a memory I guess you'll never forget. Do you think you lost any places dealing with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how many?
Well, I mean, Emma definitely kind of like, hey, sorry, hold on 1 second. Luna, no. Emma definitely, I think, might have just passed me. She was moving the sled really well. But Laura passed me while I was dealing with the shoe debacle.
What did you end up taking in that? I'm trying to look here.
Third.
Oh. Okay. So you were vying for first place. Damn. Were you in first place when that happened?
I don't know if Emma was there at that point, but I got to the sled first. Like I was like, I feel like I had a substantial lead after the rope climb, and then I lost it on the sled.
Are you happy with your 5th place finish?
Yes and no. It's like a really weird feeling. Like if you would have told me I got 5th before the game started, I would have been like beyond. Hey, excuse me. I would have been like beyond excited and super stoked. But then like you get a taste of like, I think I finished day 2 and 3rd, and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is possible. And then I just had some holes that I need to shore up, and so I think 5th was appropriate. Like I think that's the placement I earned, and but now I'm like, I want more. Yeah,
I mean, you could taste 4th place for sure. I mean, you're 2 point. You basically Gabrielle Magawa damn near tied for. Actually, and Alexis Raptis was all up in your guys' shit too.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you become close with any of those girls? Did you get a chance to hang with Alexis Raptis? She seems cool as shit. I didn't get to talk to her too much, but
she's awesome. Yeah, we talked. Like I feel like last year I didn't see her very much, but this year we talked a good bit, and she's super sweet. She was really fun to be around. Super class act competitor for sure.
Last year you took 24th.
Yeah, 24th.
And John and Chase are so impressed. They're like, "Wow,
thank you."
He got lucky. No, not with you, with me.
It was
Sorry, Alex.
Wait, what?
Not with you. With me.
the fact that
They're not impressed with you. They're impressed with me that I knew that you took 24th.
Gotcha. Sorry.
We are impressed with you too.
Yeah. You move up 19 spots. John Young, we are going to talk shit for the next year. What are you going to say about Alex Gazan? Are you going to be like, oh, this is just a one-time thing? Haley and Mal and T are going to come back, and she's not really going to be top 10. You know, but she's untested. Adrian's programming was suited her. Like, what kind of shit are we going to hear? Or was just the girl the real deal?
Well, I don't think I'll ever call her overrated again because I got.
Oh, did you say that? I just made that up. I didn't. Even...
I said y'all were overhyping her. That's what I.
Okay, fair.
But,
yeah. Okay.
I had her 10th. I thought it was appropriate, and I got proven wrong, and that's great. That's
hey,
awesome.
10th is appropriate. 10th is appropriate. That would have put her down there below Emma Carey, Danielle Brandon, Catherine's David's daughter, and Alexis Raptis. Would have put her down there with Paige Powers. That's good people.
That's what I thought too. But you were the person I got the most DMs about for people just giving me so much crap because, which is great. I honestly, you turned me into a big fan of yours. I didn't know a ton about you. I just knew that you were up and coming. And then
thank you.
Sevan makes a point. Tia's going to be back. Mal's going to be back. If I'm honest right now, I think I would place you around 5th again with all of those girls back. And after that, the sky's the limit. I mean, I think that you would be improving if you got 5th, even if it's the same spot. You know what I mean? I know you're sniffing the podium, so that's
yeah, she is sniffing the podium.
But that's probably
okay.
I would originally think. But
let me ask you this, Chase. For me, Gazan, because she's so friendly to the show and I'm friends with Jake a little bit, I got emotional kind of like pick in there. You know what I mean? Like I want to see her do well because I'm like biased. You know what I mean? Like I don't realize how much I like the athletes until I see them like out on the field together and I see myself like being like, oh, go Alex, go Alex. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I thought I was impartial. So I hear that voice, man. Is she? Do you think Alex Gazan's a 5th place athlete? I mean, that's high, dude.
Yes.
After this, it's like there's only one tier left, really.
Well, I think what I wanted to see was could your games campaign, regardless of finish, back up your semifinals? And
how did she do there? How did she do that? She won. Oh fuck!
Won.
Wow. Good job,
and
Alex.
How you know she's 24th last year, but you don't know she's first in semifinals?
And that's what I was curious about. And when you look at your 5th place finish, you had 4 finishes inside the top 3, 2/3, 2 seconds, 2 inside the top 10, 8, 6, that 11th place one. But you had 5 outside the top 16 to 19, 5 of them, and you still got 5th. Mm-hmm. So what I see is someone who has put like great home run potential. And in the events you did well, I think are more classic in nature. And the ones you didn't are more single modality tests, bike, run, inverted medley, snatch, clean. Yeah. All things that I think are a little bit easier to work on in the off season and sure holes. And it's like, okay, do we need to get top 5? No, but maybe a top 10.
Yeah.
And you turn all those bottom 16 to 19s into top 10s. Now we're talking podium.
Yeah.
Right. And so
I agree with Chase. I will say, I didn't know you were that strong.
That's why the snatch. I hate it. I hate it. Because like theoretically, like I feel like I should be able to snatch like the big girls. Like I feel like I should be able to snatch like 200, 220, like whatever. But my brain just goes, and then I don't do it. Like because in training, like I mean, like I feel like we hit 190 after semifinals, like over and over and over. Like I snatched more after semifinals than like I ever have, and it was so.
You snatched 190 in your life. You think a dozen times? You've hit that a dozen times.
That might have been exaggerated.
Okay, 6 times.
But,
you think you've hit it 6 times?
Over.
You think you've hit it 6 times? You think you've hit it 6 times?
We snatched a lot. I didn't. Okay, but we snatched a lot.
Because that's crazy. That's fucking nuts. So you have. Let's start with 1. You've hit 190.
I've hit 190, 192. I've only hit up to 192, but it's like my
Fucking
brain. My
amazing.
brain just like fizzles, and my body, like my upper body, tries to take over, and it doesn't go very well. But we're gonna work on it. Like Justin and I have already like made a plan. It's happening.
Hey, is there any movement? Like, I know this is a weird place to do some soul searching with 3 ding dongs sitting here with you. But is there any movement like running or rowing or snatching, or where you're like, fuck, I'm gonna need to do some fucking mushrooms and go off and just have a talk with myself, like, I'm never gonna win the CrossFit Games if I don't unfuck this? Like, do you have any
That's
goals
my
like that?
snatch.
Like,
That's
is-
the, like
that's
it's
the one?
happened so many times.
yeah,
Like I've had I've had 2 events where it's gone well, like in a comp. Like Zalos Games, like I hit 190 in the comp, and I was like, sweet, like my curse is broken.
I heard the
like,
weights there were off. They were all off by 6 pounds.
Oh well, then
No, I just made that up.
Totally got. Oh God.
So I was like,
fucking
oh,
with
it's
you.
like so much better, and I don't know, but that's like the thing that I want to fix the most, and like running and like the bike for me is like I feel like that's like a specialty event. Like I just need to get comfortable on a bike. It's not like a fitness thing. And then the running, like also just improving that. Like I'm not afraid to run a lot and get better there.
You're not scared. You're ready to go. We're going to see
Yeah.
better Alex Gazan.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for staying up late for us.
Is
Thanks
it
for
late?
yeah.
It's not that bad.
Thanks for letting me bring the boys on and this all boys club and joining us and letting us be in your
Anytime.
presence. You're amazing. All right,
Thank
tell
you.
your husband I said thank you for being such a gentleman and such a sweetheart of a man. to
I'm
me.
so shocked the comment hasn't popped up yet.
What's the What is it?
Jake.
I feel like he always just like writes. comments
Oh,
on your-
yeah. Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Well, I haven't seen. I haven't looked at the comments because I've been so in.
Oh, I didn't even, I forgot.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Look at now. You're gonna be like, where's my Mertens card? Oh, fuck, someone better not touch my Mertens card.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you got a card. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, wait, did you guys see the Buttery Bros edit of the sled debacle?
Well, yeah, we played it. Yeah.
It was
so
so
good.
good. I laughed at it like every time. It got funnier and funnier.
I wonder if one of my kids took my Mertens card. Anyway, congratulations on the card. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, beautiful edit by Wad Zombie too.
Yeah, he did great.
All right, talk to you soon. Thanks for coming on.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Bye. Cheers.
Have a good one, Alex.
You too. Do you kick me out or do I leave? How do I do this?
I'd love to kick you out. Bye bye.
What are you doing?
Oh shit! I just kicked Chase out.
No?
Oh,
kicked
who did I
John
kick
out.
out?
You kicked John
Oh
out.
shit! I kicked John.
I look like John?
You think that was an accident? Think again, Mr. Mertens.
What's up?
What's up? Hey, dude. What's up? Where are you? What are you in a tractor?
No. The gym that I started CrossFit at, CrossFit Kilo, had their golf outed fundraiser today. And we're all at the restaurant right now, so I'm in the car.
Oh, thank you. This will be quick. John, I'm so sorry I fucking kicked you out, dude. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. That was a total accident. Holy shit. Star of the show.
It's all
kicked him
good,
out.
man.
Hey, Colton, congrats, dude. What place did you take last year?
32nd.
And this year you took 18th. You cut it in half.
Making progress. Moving on up.
Yeah, I wonder how close you were to most improved. Had
Yeah,
you
I
been
don't know.
close?
Yeah, I think you just had most improved on here. Miss Gazan.
Yeah, so that was 14. You were is that 14 places? 18 to 32 is 14.
Mhm.
And Gazan was 19
places.
Okay. Colton, when I spoke to you, I can't know if I spoke to you or if it was in a text thread, but very close to the start of the games, you sent Susan and I a message, must have been a message, talking about an injury, and I started freaking out. And I wanted to ask you about it at the event, but you seemed to be like you had it under control. Can you talk to us about that? And also, did you think that it could possibly stop you from going to the games?
No, this wasn't going to stop me. I've overcome a lot of more challenging things. In high school, I tore my ACL along some other things, my left knee, and feels a lot like that, honestly. But so I'm not sure going forward what exactly I'll do. Just rehabbing it right now. I don't know if anything's torn or if it's just inflammation or whatever. So yeah, just rehabbing it and taking it kind of easy right now. Not going to be doing any running or jumping for a little while until this gets healed. But I mean, it was actually hurt before semifinals. It was probably worse at semis than it was at the start of the games. By the end of the games, it was pretty painful and swollen. But I don't think it really affected me much performance-wise. I was able to squat to depth. I was able to run well once I got warmed up, all things like that. So, yeah, just kind of taking it one day at a time, getting it rehabbed, getting ready to get back to full training soon, hopefully.
Jan Clark, get to the tractor. Oh, it's not bad. I like it. It's good. Hey, did you hear any shit talking during any of the events, during the run or during the bike, or were you ever anywhere where you're like, whoa, those guys are getting at it?
No, just a lot of heavy breathing and wheezing. I didn't hear any shit talking when I was doing it. It was actually Down Pepper right behind me most of the time.
On the bike ride or the run?
The run. You think he beat me on the bike, but on the run, yeah, I could hear him. That's what I kind of knew, like, because he was behind me for, or maybe he passed me, but I could hear the way he was breathing on like the second lap. So I knew kind of where he was probably at gas tank wise, and I knew what I had left, and I passed him on the last lap, I think. But I heard rumors of somebody shit talking on the run. I don't know if it's true or not though.
You mean between Adler and Roman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out from Adler tomorrow. God, I love that shit. What do you think? Is shit talking okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Robbins Racing is what it is. Yeah.
What? Say that again.
Robbins Racing.
I don't get it. Someone help me.
Race car terminology.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Rub your tires on the side of their car.
Thank you. Thank you. Did you know that, John?
Yeah, everybody knows that, Sevan. What type of trash talk? Like a mile left, Adler goes to Roman. All right, you ready to start running for real now? And then takes off. Like what? I don't even know what trash talk to say on a run. I mean, I'm usually behind everybody.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really know what trash talk you could say other than just.
So your shoes untied.
Hey, what I think he was. What I heard it was is he was basically telling him he needs to run faster. Hey, dude, you need to run faster. Hey, dude, you need to run faster. Hey, dude, you're not running fast enough. Yeah. And then there's rumors that they touched. There's rumors also that Adler touched him, and that we'll find out tomorrow when Adler comes on. But that Krennikov, I keep wanting to call him Romanov. That Krennikov freaked out.
Well, like the course like that, there's it's not super tight, but there's definitely turns and corners, and like you have to defend your position. You don't want to make it easy for someone to pass you. So there's people cutting people off, and you just have to be smart about that so you don't fall. Like on the bike, there's obviously tons of corners on that trail that we did, and you just have to be smart about it. Like don't announce to someone that you're coming up on the left when you're in a race, because obviously they're going to cover Lazar. But just things like that.
Oh man!
So you're basically saying the etiquette isn't to tell; it's just move in.
No, like you're not on a Sunday stroll, So basically, like he was gonna pass somebody and he says on your left, like I'm about to pass you, and then they covered and they kind of had a bobble.
Yeah. I watched that today. I watched that interview today. Yeah.
Colten is team Justin, and that little feud.
Yeah. Well, like Lazar and I are friendly, but I think that he rode the bike probably how he shouldn't have. Like I think he probably cut it too close at times and was probably too willing to get into exchanges on the bike, and like if you have to brake or swerve or whatever to avoid a crash, it's a lot faster than crashing and then having to get back on your bike and go again. I think he was maybe, I don't know if he's too aggressive or just really unlucky, but it seems like every crash I heard he was involved in. So I don't know if
that is true.
Unlucky or
I think he had two with Justin and one with Luke Parker. I think he had 3 crashes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Sorry, Lazar.
No, he's good. He comes from one of those Eastern European countries, like he probably trains with cinder blocks and shit. They're made different. Good bike ride. How was the bike ride? Since we're talking about it? I don't think they should ever have a bike ride again like that. I don't think they should have. I used to love it. Now I'm like, it's pointless. It's too risky to change the whole dynamics of the event. If they're gonna ride people on a bike, I think it should just be one at a time up a steep hill and do like a time trial.
I think the format that we did was definitely a lot of fun. There's a ton of strategy involved in an event like that. A ton of strategy. You're kind of gauging how fast you're going for your first lap, and you're kind of thinking how many laps is this going to take, and you're trying to gauge like if you have enough in your tank to go every lap, and like you're trying to be aggressive and pass people, but it's very costly to crash. So you have to kind of gauge that as well. But it was definitely a very fun event. You had a lot of time to analyze during, and like just watching people ride, you actually learn a lot, like how they take corners on gravel, like the angles that they take when they're taking the sharp turns. You can hear when they're shifting their gears on the uphill. So like as I was listening to a lot of that stuff, and I feel like I got a little more efficient as the race went on. But
seriously in real time?
Yeah, like if you were, because it's pretty quiet unless you're right next to where there's a line of people, and so you can hear when people are shifting their gears. So if you're listening, you're going uphill right behind somebody, you can tell when they shift. And if you're watching closely, you can see like the way that they take the gravel turns. A lot of people did it differently, and you can see the angles that some people would take the angles in the grass really sharp, some would go really wide. So you could kind of see who was the better riders and try and copy them. At least that's kind of what I tried to do. But yeah, it was a fun event. I placed a lot better than I did last year, and last year was a bike with gymnastics, and this year was a straight up bike, and I did significantly better.
And you're good at but you're good at toes to bar too, right, Colten? You're great at toes to bar. So it's not like last year was set up bad for you.
No, last year should have been set up much better for me than this year. So considering that it wasn't, and I improved, I was really happy with that, because I spent a lot of time on the trek bike for this last year, riding it to the farm and back and things like that. So I was really happy with that event. I took 23rd, and I think that was also my worst finish. That and the 5K, took 23rd on both of those. So I felt a lot of improvement on those two events for sure. So that was really good. Feels good going into this season, knowing that what I've been doing is working.
Chase Ingraham, I had this discussion with Colten that some people might say, oh, do I see money from Teddy? Teddy, I should be paying you money. What is this? Oh, here we're behind in some money. Go Colten. Fuck yeah. People will be like, hey, that's a tall man's workout. Colten's fucked. And Colten takes 10th on it. People are like, I guess it wasn't a tall man's workout.
I think it speaks to his fitness level.
Well, yeah, thank you. Okay, tell me about that. When do we decide that people were wrong, that it's not a tall man's workout versus, holy shit, Colten can do tall man workouts?
So I think a good example is test 7 at semifinals.
That was the sandbag, echo bike, and
echo bike, toes to bar, and then the sandbag carry. And the toes to bar was a big part of that. But with the bike in the bag, like that plays to a bigger athlete. Just, size is more beneficial on machines. They're more beneficial with heavy bags, especially getting your arms around it and running across. But what Colten is so damn good at is speed on gymnastics and his speed in his squats and his elite fitness level. Like he has elite fitness level. I think the things that Colten does is just as impressive as some of the things that Brent Fikowski does. Right? And they're both outliers in terms of the classic prototypical CrossFit size at 5'8" to 5'10", 190 to 205. Right. So yeah, there are quote big boy workouts that I think Colten did very well in at the games, and that's a testament to his competitive character and his fitness level.
John, play along with me here. Let's go back to day 1 of the semifinal. No events have started. We are in the where the fuck are we? Were you in East or West, Colten?
West,
okay.
Pasadena.
Oh, we are in the West, and you're in the men's, not the women's competition, right? Okay. Listen to these fucking savages. Patrick Vellner, Brent Fikowski, Samuel Quant, Cole Grayshaber, Justin Medeiros, Chandler Smith, Nick Matthews, Cole Sager, Mitchell Stevenson, Luis Oscar Moore, John Wood, Jack Rosema, Justin Rhodes, Scott Tetlow, a bunch of other dudes, I don't know, Philip Muscarella, Anthony Davis. God, it's like 60. Tudor Magda.
Okay, you can
Matt
probably cut the
Poulin.
bottom half of those names.
Matt Poulin, Logan
And then
Ewing.
start from there.
Hold
It's
on,
like,
Mitch McClune. Mitch
Now we're just doing
McClune.
a list of guys not nearly as good as Colton Mertens.
Hold on. Bear with me here. I haven't even said Colton's name yet. He didn't deserve to be with these guys yet. William Leahy. The Jew, Roldan Goldbaum from where the fuck's he from? Venezuela or something. Lionel Franco. These are all names we know. Now only did Mitchell Steve the only 9 of those guys got to go, right? Cole Sager was the last one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did day one is Colten Mertens going to the CrossFit Games this year? Is he going to make it out of the semifinal?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking liar!
No.
Day one?
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I don't know. That 36th place finish to start the week was probably a little precarious.
Is that what he got? Is that what he got? Oh my God, you're right, Chase. Holy shit! What was he
That's what I'm saying
thinking?
is like event 1 at semifinals was a big boy workout top to bottom.
Uh-huh.
Like 3 machines and freaking heavy ass sled pulls.
Right.
Like it just
When you
wasn't.
see the people in
cards.
front of him, though, the people
36th. He doesn't belong with this group. What the fuck?
All right. Go. Okay. Keep scrolling down.
Somebody is good. You listed
Keep
all the
scrolling down.
names.
Keep scrolling down because the people that were in front of him on day 1, we knew they were not going to be there later, or after event 1. You know, event
I see
2,
what you're saying. You knew Maximilian Krieg wasn't going to fucking hang with Colton.
Right,
Is what
yeah.
you're saying.
And then after event 1, so are we saying immediately after event 1 or after day 1? Because
I'm just saying before. I'm just saying before day
you got a
1.
first place
Okay.
finish here or second place, whatever it is. And then that all balances out. He's like 15th after day 1, and then you got Linda coming up, and only me and him knew that he was going to break the world record, and that's just because he told me. You know what I mean? Like, but if you know you got that coming up, he's going to be fine.
You knew Colton was going to set the world record, Linda. I think you did say that, right?
He did.
We had messaged
but
before that.
That's because he told me.
Oh, he did? Did he tell you? Hey, so you knew he told you and you believed him, John Young?
Yeah. Anytime, I will say this, he's the only person that's like this. Anytime that he thinks he's going to do good on a workout and he openly says it, he's
The fuck's
the
wrong with
best in
John's
the world
audio?
at it. Like if he thinks he's like, I think I'm going to be pretty good at this workout, I'm going to pick him to win that event over anybody. It doesn't matter what the field is, because when he, you want to answer that one before we keep going, Colton, before I answer my question?
Christ, where's my gun? Mary fuck kill for Mertens. Sevan Chase John.
You got to give more than $2 to get that answer. Come on.
Fuck, thank you, Mr. Mertens. He's not a hoe. He ain't no hoe. Oh, folks, slang and pig. Okay, let me go back a little bit. Let me go back. Chase Ingraham. Last year, Colten Mertens makes it to the games. Fluke after the games. That's a fluke. That was weird. A little outlier shit.
Making it a fluke? No.
How about so you okay? Did you think this year he's going to make it to the games again with this whole fucking setup?
I like the setup with the number of athletes they were taking, and then Colton being in the West. I mean, no disrespect for the West, but like it was a less spots, but not as deep as maybe the East was,
Top heavy.
Yeah. The top was tight.
Dude, it's fucking pipe hitters.
Well, the way things shook out, the West stood up pretty well, and the East had some unfortunate things with some of their heavy hitters. One had to withdraw, 2 had to withdraw, Saxon and Alexander.
Mm-hmm.
So that definitely opens the door for some rookies. I know no rookies made it out of the West. It was all vets come out.
Are you a student of the game, Colton? You know all the shit? You know all the stuff?
I know everything, Sevan.
Yeah, I fucking love that. Hey, are most of the athletes students of the game or no?
No, they're a bunch of dummies for the most part. They got their coaches.
I wonder I get along with them.
Coaches guiding them around. They just carry their bag and do what they're told. I got it going on up here.
Fikowski said something similar to that. a couple years ago. He said, you can tell who comes back the next year and does the same things, or they change up this little thing that shaves off 5 seconds. And it's certain athletes do that year after year after year. And it's like transition time. That's just a small thing. And like, or how you wall ball, if you rebound faster now, like just very little things. The guys who do it, you can tell who those guys are, and you can tell who those guys aren't. And the guys who do those little things will be there year after year after year. Those are the guys who are going to improve. And I would say Colten has shown that he's one of those guys. Would you agree with that, though? You can tell who those guys are, Colten.
Yeah, and you also get a good sense for the people who are just like, they feel like they won the lottery, that they are at the games, and the people who are like, the job's just beginning. There's a big difference between those two types of athletes.
Damn, this is some provocative shit. I'm gonna chalk this up for interview of the year already. Colten was the only one calling dudes bitches. Mike Poolboy, yeah. Colten would rather have to talk like today for the rest of your life, or okay, hold on. Colten, would you rather have to talk like today for the rest of your life? What does that mean? Or breathe like Darth Vader?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Okay,
I don't know if it means on a podcast or I'm not talking any certain way, really.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Try again. What have you been drinking on the job again? Teddy Williams, Sevan, and Colten. Y'all hanged out after the pig chipper at the ice baths. Tell us about that. Also, lots more Colten content coming. Dude, I had to every time I put the camera in Colten's face, it's gold. Stand by for behind the scenes. Hey, did that bother you, by the way, any of that? I know I didn't sense it did. You were super accommodating, but I was all up in your shit.
No, it didn't bother me at all. All good.
No. How about when did it bother you when there was a time when the medical team carried you out of North Park? You were all fucked up. You were like a fucking like when you flick a spider and he looks like he's all dead and shit, and then he comes back to life when you leave and runs away. You were like that, and they set you in the ice bath. And then when I was done interviewing you, you came out like all brand new and shit.
Yeah, it was so with that pig chipper, the game plan going into it was just kind of slow and steady on the first 10 pig flips. So I was fine being behind the pack there. I think I was 1 or 2 pig flips away from most of the athletes. I knew I'd make it up pretty quick on the chest to bar and toe to bar. I could hold my own on the wall balls. And then the game plan for the second half of the event was to really pace out the second set of toe to bar, chest to bar. And then those last 10 pig flips for me were like, that's the workout. That's where you have to hit it hard. There's going to be people who get there way too fast for their fitness, and they're going to be doing those pig flips for 5 minutes. And so my game plan was to get there a little bit fresher coming off the gymnastics and hit that last set of pig flips hard. And then started to get some quad cramps in the first few reps of the pig flips, so that kind of went out the window, and just kind of trying to survive on it and get it done without my leg locking up. And so I got to the finish line, and my leg started cramping really bad, and had to get carried off over into the ice barrel.
Like carried off, like they had you off the ground. They carried you.
Yeah, I wasn't really able to walk or put any weight on that leg or extend it at all. But I sat in there for 5 minutes or so, and I felt like I had a fresh pair of legs when I got out. So it was a little bit sore the next day, but it was good.
Your calf looked like a balloon. Yeah, one of them. Yeah, I didn't think you were gonna recover from that. It was crazy. So that didn't bother you with the camera in your face as you went through that drama?
No, like I knew I'd recover from that pretty well. Like I've done some pretty significant research like on cramping, and I've come to the conclusion that like if you're genetically predisposed to cramping, like you're just gonna cramp. Like you can take your electrolytes and all that stuff and it'll put you at baseline, but if your baseline is poor, like you're genetically predisposed to cramping, you're just gonna cramp. And so that kind of just happens every year. Usually not that severe, but I usually get some sort of cramping at the games. Like 2021, it was on the first event. We had our swim and kayak, and then once you got close to the shore, you had to jump out of the kayak and finish with a short swim, and my legs started cramping on the swim. I remember Valner was right behind me, so I had to try and hurry up and scurry on the shore. And to stay ahead of him.
Hurry up! Vellner was behind you. He was going to stay behind you.
Scurry.
But yeah, that kind of I knew I'd recover well from that.
Matt Burns, $5 story of the game. Sevi shorter than Colten. Awesome job at 18th. I don't know what that means, 18th, but there's no fucking way. Would you do you think you're taller than me?
This is personal.
I think the fact that you have to ask that says a lot.
Last time you're on the show. Look at this shit. Look at
Sevan, why did
and I snuck right up on him and shit. Look at me. He doesn't even know.
Why does your head look 3 sizes bigger than mine?
It's just my nose. It's the what's that thing on the bottom of a boat? What's that thing called?
Propeller?
No. That one what's that? The mast? What's that thing on? Yeah. It's just my mast makes my head look big. Got chafed at the game, so I rolled in Gold Bond. Oh, did you put junk on your stuff? On your cotton balls? Powder?
Mm-hmm.
What brand do you use? Or
yeah. Just whatever I can find at the grocery store when I'm there.
It's a handful of chalk.
You show up to check in. This is a 4-day event. We're doing ice baths, after all the outdoor events, and they give us 3 pairs of compression shorts to wear for the whole week. And you have to wear them whenever you're on campus on like Monday for the athlete dinner, for Tuesday for orientation, all that stuff. So you have like 6 days and plus all this workouts.
Why do you have to wear compression shorts to the athlete dinner so your shit don't fall out while you're eating your steak? Or
they want us in Noble uniform whenever we're on campus.
Okay.
So like before every event, they're checking to make sure that you have your Noble compression shorts on. But like they give you 3 pairs for the whole week, and like I'm not gonna run and spend 2 hours at the laundromat doing laundry, whatever.
They give you 3 pairs for a 4-day competition.
Yeah. I went and asked them for more pairs, and they said they wouldn't give me any. So I'm like, okay, well, I have some black tier ones, but they don't have like any logos on it except for up by the waistband. I'm like, I'm just gonna have to wear those because that's all I've got. And right before I go out on the floor, we're in the corral getting ready to go in the Coliseum, and they do a little uniform check. And I had my tier compression shorts on. Like you can only see it up by the waistband. So I didn't think it'd be a problem, and they're all black the rest of the way through. And they wouldn't let me go out with those, and then they gave me some more. So I had to run to the bathroom right before the event and change.
Oh, so that's how you got some extra ones?
Yeah, but like I asked you guys like 2 hours ago for some extras, and you wouldn't give me any. I told you I was gonna wear this, and then they made me change. So that
hey,
was
no wonder
annoying.
in my kit there were only 2 pair of compression shorts. You must have got mine. Dude, those were probably used by someone in one of the earlier heats.
Yeah.
Colten straight up killed it at the games. That can't be said loud enough, and he's fucking killing this interview too. Okay.
Colten,
go ahead.
Are you averse to celebration when you win events? Because you're the coldest person we see ever after you have won an event. You would think you're watching Family Feud or something like.
Let me translate that for you, Colten. Are you on the spectrum?
That's
maybe.
I knew it.
I was
fucking knew it. I'm not 5'4", motherfucker. Check my driver's license. Sorry, go ahead. Back to your disease. Sorry, Colten. I need to make light of your social disorder. Go on.
There's 2 times that I'll celebrate. One, when I win the games.
Ali gives it up.
1, when I win the games. 2, when I beat Brent on a wall ball and rowing workout.
Woo!
Fair enough. Autocorrect. Would you rather talk like Yoda the rest of your life or breathe like Darth Vader?
Oh, that makes way more sense.
I gotta say, talk like Yoda, because I don't talk all that much. And if I breathe like that, I feel like it would make CrossFit a little bit annoying.
Tank Reeve starting late. I'm behind. Enjoy a tank-free night, folks. I ain't missing a minute. Oh, before I forget, wake up, people. Prepare yourself. Oi, tanky. Thank you. Okay. 3 questions. Any of the wieners die under your dad's watch? Anything bad happen when you get home to the wiener dogs?
No, they were all good. They were happy to see us. He only forgot to pin them up one night, so we built a little bed for him outside in their outdoor pen. Typically we take him inside at night and they hang out with us when we go to bed. But since we weren't there, we just had him pinned up outside to keep him from coyotes and foxes. So we forgot to pin him up one night, and I think he only got peed on one time the first night. So other than that, I think it was good.
Did you buy that TDC shirt, or did someone give it to you?
No, I bought that.
Dang. You bought that on the internet?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having trouble envisioning you going to a website rogue and throwing that in the basket and giving up your hard-earned money for that. That's crazy.
I think Allie and I both got one.
Jesus. Event win. You have an event win, and you finished 18th. I think the next highest, the person above you who had an event win was in 10th. It was Yellow Hosty, and the guy below you who had an event win was 27th, Jack Farlow. And it's kind of a trip. Does that say anything about? I don't know if that's exactly true what I just said, by the way, or if it even made sense. But does that tell you anything about him as an athlete, Chase? Like, do we have any concerns? Like, does this go back to the fact, like, ooh, I don't know if he belongs at the games. He's got some outlier shit. He finished 18th, but he has a first place win.
I mean, the three guys you named are outlier athletes themselves.
Fair enough.
Yellow Host is one of the biggest athletes in the field and has great odd object skills and can run clearly. And then you talk about Jack Farlow, who is one of the strongest athletes himself. So, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, but it's mitigating the weaknesses, maximizing your strengths. And I think this is the best year Cole has ever done consistently. I mean, your finishes like all weekend were very within 5 spots.
Yeah, my lowest place was 23rd.
Yeah, it was 18 to 23rd. Then you got a top 10 and then a win. That was the best weekend you've ever had at the games.
John, let me up the ante. Is he going to the games next year? Yeah.
I think John was one of the few people who did actually pick me to qualify this year.
That's right.
I think most were not picking me, but John, I remember John did pick me, I think.
Damn. Okay.
You hear something funny? After you missed your last clean and jerk on the Olympic total, right?
Mm.
I went to the media room to podcast, and Teddy's there, and he looks at me with a cold face. He goes, "Colton's still gonna make it, right?" Like just scared that we were gonna make it.
Oh, Teddy's such a sweet man too. Fuck, he must have been terrified,
right? And I was like, "Oh yeah, he's good, Teddy. Don't worry about it. I mean, it might look close, but he's good." And the fear in his eyes, it was so sweet.
Oh, Teddy's a good dude. Yeah, for that event, I hit my first attempt on each lift. I knew that would be plenty to keep me above the cut lines. Then I kind of went for it on the second one for each of those, and the snatch I just made too big of a jump, and the clean and jerk I just off a little bit, but I can hit that. So,
if you had 3 attempts, would you have hit them?
The snatch I probably would have had to go down. The jerk I think I would have got if I had another attempt.
Final question. Let's talk about the bags. Did CrossFit do anything wrong, Colton? Was this a safe workout? Are you okay with the bags just going over into a pile and then you guys having to jump over?
Yeah. So Rashad was actually there this weekend as my coach. He's also my manager, and we talked about before the workout the placement of the bags as you throw them over. Put them all to one side, and then so that way when you do your final bag, you can put that off to the other side of your lane and hop over and be clear, not worry about jumping out of bag, not worry about trying to sort your final bag out from the others and things like that. So that's something that we thought of and were particular about on that event. So you have to do your due diligence. I don't think that is in the same lane as when Scott Panchik got injured on the rope climb workout. I don't think it's quite the same thing. I think you just had to think it through a little bit and mitigate risk.
But you didn't, after you threw that over, you didn't sidestep to the right and jump over. Well, I guess your bag rolled pretty far forward, and you saw that. Like, you watch when you throw the bag here. You throw the bag, and it actually rolls forward like 4 or 5 feet. It bounces off some other bags, and you jump straight up. Like, you don't waste a second.
Yeah, there's somebody in another lane down the field, right there with me. So I was trying to pass them, but yeah. So like I tried to put the bags in, towards like at one end of my lane. So then on my final bag, I can put that on the other end, and just hop over and not worry about it.
Crazy.
I'll be real, as you shocked the shit out of me how fast you jumped up on that log.
Me too. Yeah,
like,
good
oh,
point, Chase. Yeah. He didn't fuck around.
Well, the thing was, I was not confident that I was going to be able to get that bag over that log. So then once I did, I was like, okay, now I gotta go.
Oh, no shit. So you had second thoughts as you, how much is that bag? It was 125?
200.
Oh shit.
I knew.
So you basically you had to jerk that over. Yeah, that's a one-shot deal. You can't fuck that up, right?
Yeah. I knew I wasn't going to be able to throw it over. I had to do it exactly how I executed it. I threw it so it would kind of be on the corner of the log, and then I had to catch it and finish rolling it over. And yeah, because I wasn't going to be able to like chuck it over like the other bags. I could feel that from the 150s that it was going to be tough.
Did you lose weight from when you started? Because I feel like you showed up there looking like a brick shit house, and you left looking like a fucking Abercrombie model. Like you probably did. You lose 5 or 10 pounds? I mean, you looked amazing. There's a shot somewhere with your shirt off. You look amazing.
I didn't weigh myself, so I'm not totally sure. My energy felt good. Like day 4, I felt actually a lot better on day 4 than I did on day 3. I think the first 2 days beat me up pretty good, and then day 3 I started to recover pretty well and felt good going in day 4.
God, you look like a pig farmer. My fucking Lord. Look at you. You look like just a country boy, like found himself in a stadium and he with the fittest in the world. Hey, dude, thanks for letting us just get behind you. You are you're such a fun character, human being, generous with your time, your thoughts. It's been great. I really appreciate you letting us get on your train.
And one of the loudest cheers of the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How about fucking that? Good point. Was that the loudest cheer of the weekend? You didn't even win that. You didn't win that event. You just won that heat, right?
No, he won ski bag.
No, he won.
Oh, that was the one you. Oh, okay.
He was not in the last heat, but he won. He had beaten everybody who went in the last heat.
Oh, good point, Chase. Yeah, how crazy was that? That cheer. That was nuts.
Yeah, that's fun. Definitely a good experience. The last year, the only time I heard cheers was, or I guess one of the main times, was when I jumped on the 42 or 43 inch box. People were happy that I could do that, but yeah, this year it was good to hear some cheers for doing well. But
that was like a good for him cheer, and then the other last week was like, I mean, fan favorite, dude. It was clear. It's clear as day.
Yeah, you scared me in that workout too. You were the 3rd person off of the first ski, and me and my wife. I was like, "No, Colten, no! You're going way too fast." And
man,
you pulled through.
I've been living on that ski erg for a while now, and I think something I'm pretty good at is pacing workouts. I definitely miss it sometimes, but it's pretty rare that I will overshoot my shot early on in a workout. Not always perfect, but like typically if I'm in the front to start a workout, I'm going to do really well. I'm typically going to be starting like mid-pack or behind and work my way up through the event.
Does that say tier ducks on?
Where?
Sevan?
Where?
Tier ducks? Like
tier ducks on.
Bird?
Yeah, they spelled ducks wrong?
T.
Oh. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you. Wait, see what the reply is.
Oh,
yeah. I probably had a couple margaritas.
Nope.
What the? Oh, good. Okay, good. She bought it. Good. Thank you.
Oh, it's great.
I think I did actually cry a little bit in the stadium there. Don't tell anyone. Fuck.
Well, Chase cried like 5 times, so
I did.
Hey, did you cry? Have you cried after the games, Colten? Let out a sigh?
No, I didn't cry. I was probably
stupid
closer
question.
to crying at semifinals.
You did?
But I would say I was closer to it at semis.
Why?
But just because going into like the past few months, I didn't think that I really had a shot. And then after the first event, and I didn't think I had a shot, and especially getting second on event 2, which I planned on breaking the world record. I just was not confident going into the rest of those events, but ended up getting it done. So that was like a huge relief, and just kind of surprised myself.
Congratulations, Mertens, on a great season. What's your favorite games workout of all time? Holy shit. Do
Mary?
not start your own podcast, Hell's Bells. Go ahead.
Mary or Murph. I like those two.
Murph. All right, brother. Thank you. You're the best. Talk to you soon. Thank you. And you've climbed, just so you know, you've climbed in the ranks of becoming one of the best people to podcast with. I mean, seriously, I'm not even just saying that. You went from one of the worst, like most terrifying, to like, I can't wait to have you on again. I don't know. I don't know if you didn't understand what now, but
no, I've been trying to get better. There's one other thing that I do want to talk about.
Please.
Quick if I can. Yeah, you guys saw the Buttery Bros clip after the ski event. So he asked me, he goes, yeah, I think you had an advantage on the squat, or he said you definitely didn't have an advantage on the ski, but you had an advantage on the squats. And I said, like being 30 pounds lighter than some of these guys, I don't know if I really do when it comes to moving an external load. Because like we have every other strength sport on earth. There's weight classes in powerlifting, Olympic lifting, strongman, and it's not because the little guys are outlifting the big guys. And there's no other small guys that lift like I lift in this sport. There's no other small guys that did well on that event like I did. So I just want to say maybe like if you are 215 pounds and I'm 182 pounds and I can lift more than you, maybe you need to start lifting some more. I don't know.
Hey, that's the example, right? Is that the example right there, Chase? That is a big guy workout. It's not an advantage to him because the fucking bag outweighs him. And it was tried to passed off that his legs were shorter, so it's easier.
He turns a disadvantage into an advantage.
Right. Well, there you go.
It can seem like it's an advantage for me because if I'm just as strong as you, then I will squat them faster because my legs are shorter. But if you're 25 pounds heavier than me, I should not be as strong as you. Like you need to.
It's an advantage if you're doing air squats against someone who's 6 foot 225 versus a 200-pound sandbag squat for 50 reps.
100%.
And then he asked me. He did ask me something after that kind of pissed me off. But I thought I gave him enough good content for one interview, and I just said something. I said something kind of boring, whatever. But what I wanted to say, because he asked me, like I work on a farm during the day, and he goes, "Do you move stuff around a lot?" I'm like, yeah, like pretty much all day. Like I'm doing manual labor on a farm, and he goes, "Is that an advantage for you when you're doing odd object stuff like a sandbag?" And I said, I don't remember what I said, but I wanted to say like, yeah, waking up before the sun and going to a pig farm and working all day, and then coming home to train in my father's garage by myself is a very big advantage against these guys that are just training, recovering.
Can you imagine the shit you inhale? No pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah.
God,
sure.
You're a beast. Hey, dude. Love you. Thanks for doing that. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for just giving it to us real, authentic, and articulate as a mofo. You're awesome.
Thank you. Good seeing you, Chase and John.
You too, man.
Yeah,
Hustle hamster. Forever.
All right, dude. Talk to you soon. Have a good night. Tell the people you had dinner with. Thanks for sharing you tonight. I know we kept you a long time.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Colten.
See you guys
later, brother. I know what Suze is thinking. Wow.
Uh-oh.
Hey, he's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Hey,
that's the best interview he's ever done.
He might end up becoming a world-class coach too.
I love his bones to pick.
Yeah. That's great.
You guys got 2 minutes and 45 seconds?
It's Friday, bro. My kids are asleep.
All right. Let me show you guys something. Let me show you how. Let me show you how we pay the bills here.
Is this your video? Just what a sponsor wants. Play it at the very end before.
I gotta head out. So
okay, bye. Where is this video? Is it under brands?
I don't know where it's at.
No. CrossFit Games
It's
app?
in-
Is this it? Oh no.
No,
that's
it's under
not it.
brands, and then it's the video. It's the last video in the video clips tab.
Peptides? Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Brace yourself. 3, 2, 1, go.
My old mattress was fucking trash. It was so hot. I couldn't control the temperature. My wife's boyfriend, everybody was pissed about how hot it was. It was crazy. And you know what? I'm done with the battle. You want different temperatures. You can make that happen. You could have your temperature. She could have her temperature. The dude next to her could have his temperature. Doesn't matter. It's all good. This episode is brought to you by 8 Sleep. Summer is reaching its apex, and there's nothing worse than tossing and turning and sweating your hog off at night because of the summer heat. The pod cover by 8 Sleep will keep you cool all night long, baby. All the way down to 55 degrees. Crazy, right? 55 degrees? Your mattress couldn't even dream of that. So you wake up fully refreshed. The pod cover by 8 Sleep fits on any bed, like a fitted sheet, slips on nice and easy. The pod cover will improve your sleep by automatically adjusting the temperature on each side of the bed based on your and your partner's individual needs. And it adjusts based on the phases of your sleep in the environment that you are in. Now, I thought I was sleeping good before, but I realized that wasn't until I got the pod cover. I love 8 Sleep because I could adjust mine down to a brisk 68 degrees. She has hers set at 70. I don't know why. She's crazy. She likes it hot like a sauna, but it's cool because they both adjust. You could do whatever you want. It's improved my mental health. Why? Because I actually sleep. And let's just say it might have improved the relationship a little bit too. When you sleep better, you're less stressed. 8 Sleep kills it. Okay, it's awesome. Packaging shows up just like any other package would, just like your DoorDashed food. You just bring it in the living room, open it up, let it fold, let it breathe. The pod cover has other amazing features. For example, thanks to pod sleep and health tracking, you can wake up to a personalized sleep report for you each morning that offers insights on how certain behaviors, like late night exercise or caffeine, impact your sleep and overall health. Maybe other behaviors too, but you know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to go there because this is an ad read. We're keeping it clean. The pod cover by 8 Sleep truly provides the ultimate sleep experience. Not the I've been doing before. I've never experienced sleep like this, and the pod's cooling technology has been a lifesaver this summer. Invest in the rest you deserve with the 8 Sleep pod. Go to sleep8.com/Sevan and save $150. 150 big ones on the pod cover. That's
Really?
8sleep.com/Sevan. Stay cool this summer with 8 Sleep. Now shipping within the good old US of A, Canada, and the UK. Also, select countries in the EU. In Australia. We ship to Australia. For you, those down under. Go now. Go to sleep8.com/SEVAN. Tell Matt sent you.
Beast. Dude, that's great.
Someone's got to do it.
Matt, was that the 30-second take?
No, that's trying to get through all the shit I have to read on the piece of paper.
So
Do
wait a
you
second.
guys remember Max Headroom from MTV?
Yes.
That's what that whole thing reminded me of.
So when you read that whole thing, because of all the edits, how many cuts did you put in there? When you first read that, was that 5 minutes and you cut it down?
Yeah, it was 6 minutes and 40 seconds, and I had to like keep chopping it down.
Holy
just trying to
shit.
get it down. But like there's certain stuff inside of it that you have to do.
Oh,
So-
Hey, dude, during that read, there were 105 comments in the chat.
Well, they
just
had
saw
to
the
do
number.
something to entertain themselves.
Yeah.
Can we start every morning with a super cut of this? Dude, that's crazy. So that company 8 Sleep, they sent me one of those. I haven't set it up yet, but they pay us money, and then you read that, and then if people use the code, they get money. They get
$150 off. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
How many of those do we have to start doing? A lot of those? Does that make us like a real podcast now?
And everybody could relax. It's just the requirement as of right now is just twice a month. Just twice a month. Okay. And then I think after listening to it, there might be some things that I could still chop down a little bit, but that was going back and forth, and that got it to where it is now. So
we need their logo on there, or like a QR code that people can like. Can we put a QR code and you re-export that?
yeah, I'm sure we could.
Or just sleep. Hey, dude, is that just off the cuff, all the hog talk? And are we going to get in trouble for that? They're going to pay us?
No, it already got approved. I already sent it in, and they're like, dude, it's hilarious. They love it.
Wow.
Hell yeah,
I didn't even
dude.
know you could do that, dude.
Think about it.
Seven
In order for
background.
somebody to read that, it's going to take a while, right? And my thought is that like, if it's not funny or there's some sort of entertainment to it a little bit, like people are just going to like hit the forward button. So the fact that like I tried to make it somewhat engaging, but still hit all the points that we needed to make it legitimate. And so, and I do apologize. I know it was like 2 minutes and 40 seconds long, but
That was fucking brilliant, dude.
Hey, someone just texted me. I don't know who it is, and I can just see what it says. Oh, shit. Wow, it's from a regular listener. It says Sousa's the new Andrew Schultz.
hey,
God,
dude,
that was so
I'm available for hire. I literally came in between classes, dude. Remember you called me and I was like, hey, I'm like recording this and I just want you to listen to the first portion of it. Like I walked right in, I ate lunch, I hit record, I went, I did it. I did it in one shot, left, came back and tried to chop it all down so it was as quick as possible.
He goes, Chase, he goes like this. Chase and John, he goes, hey, will you listen to that? I'm like, what for? He's like, so we can put it on the air so we can get the cash. And I'm like, dude. He's like, what? I'm like, play it on the air, and if it's horrible, I'll just rip you to fucking death.
I didn't listen to it before, so I was a little nervous.
I was just like, just play it, and then let the fucking crowd just destroy you if it's fucking horrible. Dude, it's so good. I'm jealous. Wow, I am so jealous.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Sponsors.
Wow.
Come on. man.
Huberman and Sevan have the same sponsor. That's cool. SEMA Globes. Haven't seen your name in a while. You know what else? Huberman takes CA peptides. Well, I don't know if he takes those ones, but he does take peptides. He said he shot them twice into his back, and his bulging disc was better. And I take CA peptides. So there, take that for a sponsor. Sousa killed it on the 8 sleep ad. Great interviews tonight. And Buttery Bros Doc gave Sevan a nice nod with some good appearances. Yeah, I had a great time with Heber. I had a great time. Good time with Margin too. I didn't see him as much as Heber. I had a great time with the Mayhem boys. They were great. I wasn't kept in a cage like Chase. Chase, what did you do? You kept in a cage, right?
Yeah,
You lost your voice.
I did.
Is that scary? Can you tell us that story? What happened? How do you deal with that?
I think I got sick on the way into the games. So, like, you know, that pre-cold, scratchy throat feeling? We're like, oh shit, I'm getting sick.
Do you think you had COVID? There was this, like, where I came from in California, it was like massive COVID breaks and like all this shit before I left.
No.
Oh.
And
But you wouldn't know because you didn't test yourself.
which also true. Or I don't care either way. And so Thursday, by the end of the day, I could tell my voice is pretty scratched up. Like my throat was hurting pretty bad. And then Friday, like it just got progressively worse. Like by the end
Doesn't
of
Sean Woodland like have like I've heard on Talking League Fitness, he keeps like a special
spray. Like I was taking everything.
Okay.
Everything I possibly could. And by like the last word of Friday was about the last word I could just push out. And then I get back to my hotel and the whole like, you know, got some tea, got some hot salt water, and I started gargling salt water. And every time I'd spit it out, I'd like there'd be some traces of blood with it too.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty. It was bad. And so I woke up Saturday. I couldn't talk. I just sounded.
What do they call that? Is there a term for that? Like strained vocal cords, or like what is the term?
Vocal cords, or like I was worried like if I had gotten some type of like laryngitis, or I was looking. It was like 2 a.m. on Saturday, like before Saturday started. I'm like Googling, you know, WebMDing everything is what people usually do.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm just gonna take myself to the hospital. Like I can't sleep, I can't swallow, my throat hurts like unbelievably bad. And so we walk into a meeting on Saturday, and I sat with the producer, the director. Well, I sat with Charlie Doobie, Eric Barnhart, Mike Roth. We all sat together. He's like, what do you think we should do? And I just straight up told him, I was like, you need to take me off the show. Like
you said that?
But yeah, I told him I was gonna make everything worse. I was gonna make the broadcast worse. It was just gonna be terrible for everyone and just make myself worse. So I said,
Stacey in your place.
No, they put Conway in my place.
Oh, how did he do?
Yeah, he did a good job.
He did fine.
And you know, stepping in last minute, having no plans to broadcast at all. He did a great job. And I just went to my hotel room and didn't talk for 24 hours. I saw and shout out to Katina Thornton and Victoria on the med staff that came out, and like they took care of me. They took me under the stadium. They took like they got me some prescriptions and just like everything. They were freaking awesome.
Tina Thornton, by the way, was the Danielle whisperer last year. She was the one that stayed with Danielle the entire event.
He lives about 800 meters that way.
No shit. You live on the same block as her?
Yeah, we do.
That's crazy. Her husband's a physician too, right? Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
and they got it. Do you know their kids? They got like a shitload of like crazy successful kids, right? It's like 6 super kids.
Yes, they're all awesome. All awesome. Anyways, I took the day off, came back, and it worked out, thankfully. So very lucky.
So you took a day off and you came back and your voice was fine and no more coughing blood?
I didn't know how it was going to happen until the first word of the first event on the Sunday. I hadn't spoken. Okay, it's working.
And that's kind of like having a cramp too, right? You never, once it happens, you don't know if it's going to come back like any minute.
Yeah.
Hey, how did Conway? I heard I saw Kalipa. By the way, Conway helped me carry the behind the scenes too. Every day I would stop and be like, I would get that like those sound bites from him that I used to get from you guys in the old days. Hey, can you tell me what's going on? He was crazy helpful in that. What about and his cameraman Chris was cool. Did you meet that dude? He had his own.
I didn't see Chris. I didn't see Adrian because he was usually down below.
Yeah, he was in the dungeon with me. Yep. How did Adrian and Kalipa do? I saw Kalipa and he was so excited to get a shot at it.
Kalipa was great.
Yeah.
If you know Kalipa, he was.
Was it unorthodox?
Oh yeah, 100%. And thank God there's not comments he can read while he's actually on the ESPN broadcast, or he'll be like fixated on them.
Right.
But my favorite Kalipa moment is that in broadcasting you have a producer in your ear and a director in your ear and Sean in your ear, and you can hear yourself. Wow. There's just a lot of things going on. Okay. And so when you're talking, people are also talking to you. And if you've never done it before, when someone talks to you, immediately you stop talking. But there's also a little button. There's 2 buttons. There's a button so you can turn your mic off and like cough or sneeze. And there's a button that goes to the truck. Okay. And so they go to Kalipa in the middle of the event because he was never hitting talk back, and they were trying to talk to him, and they're like, Jason, can you hear us? And he goes, yes.
That's live on ESPN.
Live on the broadcast.
Dude, he's a beast. What a beast.
Yes, I can hear you.
That's the most authentic moment in the history of ESPN. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, it was great. So, no, he did a good job. He was super fun to do on the podcast, too. I'm very thankful because, we were also doing a podcast after the end of the day, and him, Jason, Tom Yazga, and Adrian Conway stepped up big because I couldn't do it. I could produce it from the hotel room. But
hey, Tommy who?
Miazga. He's the seated adaptive.
Oh, yeah. That guy's cool as shit too. Hey, did that happen to that guy recently? Did that guy get in an accident recently and put him in a wheelchair?
I think he has. Gosh, I don't want to speak for Tom. Tom, I'm sorry. It's some type of like, I don't know what it is exactly.
Yeah, that's a cool dude. I actually hung with that dude quite a bit too. Me and him were I was on top of his shit, like squished in the media pit. He was like a pleasure to work with.
Yeah. Like he doesn't have control or real function of his lower body. Like he can get through a little bit, but
he looked buff, like a CrossFitter.
Dude, the guy's jacked. He qualified for the Paralympics in 2008.
Oh, okay.
In swimming.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's his job? Is he in front of the camera?
He was doing interviews.
Oh, okay. I saw him down there with Adrian and some chick. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he is a savage. Let me see that again. All right. Oh, look, he even got a third wheel so his shit don't fall backwards. Oh, it did. It's a little wheelie. Oh, shit. Yep, he's going over. Get Souza a spicy margarita. Freaking great ad read. I know. That was nuts, dude. Oh, Chelsea Miller, laryngitis? No,
that's not what it was. That would have gone away in a day. But whatever they gave me worked. So thank you to the whole team there. They were very accommodating. And they didn't have to be. It's like that's for like athletes, So
hey John, you think we had the athletes on too short today, or that was good? Like just to like.
No, I think that was good. We can get as many as we can. If you could, every single show we have 4 or 5 athletes, like we can just roll through them, right? That way we can get the lesser known people with the more known people too. And I think I know Adler's coming on tomorrow, but I think people like that would more like.
I'm keeping him to myself. I'm gonna try to get all that attention for myself.
Like Valdner though, people higher name people, they're more likely to come on for 5-10 minutes than longer, right?
Yeah. Do you know who I have on after Adler tomorrow? It's a dude who's been on my podcast before, ironically. He's retired, but he did what could be one of the most controversial events at the games this year. He picked a girl up by her fucking bra.
Oh. Brandon Luckett.
Yeah.
Brandon Luckett's coming on after. So
And Lex didn't give a shit about that.
Does he live by you too? He seems like he lives on your street.
He's in Louisiana.
Oh, he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
I mean, in the midst of battles, she shouldn't, and he shouldn't. Like, you're fine.
Here we go.
What else is he gonna grab?
Yeah.
Here we go. Get up.
Yeah.
Like it's a bag of groceries and shit. Hey, who is that? Is that like Tori Simpson or something? Is that
Alexis.
Tori Dyson? Oh, that chick is cool as shit.
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
She's smart as shit too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she got a little dork in her. I interviewed her for like 15 minutes. I'm like, this chick is fucking rad.
Yeah.
It is funny how she accepted it fully. Like, okay, I'll breathe heavy up here.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't make the connection that's her. Hey, she kind of is a big name. What was her deal? Was she ever individual or is she a mayhem chick or what's her deal?
Individual twice?
Yeah. She's a Misfits, I think, athlete.
Yeah. Now she's kind of a nomad team athlete.
Yeah, look at this. She was an 88-pound girl with an eating disorder. We got to get her on the show. She is cool.
Yeah, she'll be good.
I accidentally interviewed her and it went on for like 15 minutes and I was just like smitten by her. She's cool.
Was that at Delos games?
No, that was in the back room. Just like, I was just like, probably just trying to it was probably on day one and I was trying to get the courage to interview someone that I recognized. And I just kind of saw her and started talking to her. Oh, she's a PhD in math. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I told you, she's freaking smart. I wonder how many people are offended for her. That's my favorite question.
Oh, you mean just like she got pulled up by her bra?
Yeah, like my least favorite humans on the planet that get offended for other people.
Sporty Beth.
Hey, it's an easy mistake. He was an easy mistake. He just picked her up by her.
Sorry, Caleb.
Bring that one back.
Yikes.
How dare him? It's like, you know what? How much she cared? This much.
How dare she rest on the floor like that?
She didn't
trying
flinch.
to win.
I did that to a guy on my team once at regionals, but the opposite. Like he was trying to get her up, and I just grabbed him by his shirt collar and threw him onto the ground because we had like 3 more burpees over the worm to do.
Get down.
I was like, "Get your ass to the ground. We've got 3 more."
Julian Ifford, Sevi, did you get the interaction between Tia and Emma before the last event? Were you down there? I saw Mariah filming that. I saw Mariah filming that. There was probably like 40 feet or 30. Yeah, probably 30 or 40 feet behind me to my right. I can't remember who I was filming with then. You know who was so cool to me was Fikowski. Like not in a cheese dick way. Not like, hey.
He looked like he had a really fun time this year. He looked like he was having a good time competing and being up there with the top people.
Yeah, I enjoyed his presence. He's as dignified as you might think. I enjoyed him. I think I was filming with him maybe a little bit when I saw that shit go down.
Tia did the broadcast with Willow just in the little Bjorn the whole time.
No, I didn't even know she did the broadcast.
Yeah, she came and did, I think it was maybe Alpaca. I think it was Alpaca, and she came in and Willis is passed out in this little baby Bjorn. She's like, "Is this okay?" I was like, "This is the coolest thing you could do right now."
This is not a direct thing at Tia at all. This is not directed at Tia at all. No one make this, but this is a public service announcement for anyone who's listening. I had someone who was on the podcast who is a professional of the highest order in terms of working with athletes and their movements and of all ages, athletes of all ages, from children to adult seniors. I probably can say his name because we talked about it on the show. His name is Sean Pastuch from Active Life. And he told me that one of his kids didn't crawl. And I said, "Hey, did you have your kid in one of those Bjorns all the time?" And he said, "Yeah." I'm telling you, the holy grail of fucking fitness is crawling. 2 things. Put your kid down as much as you fucking can, and those fucking baby carriers will inhibit that. And 2, never encourage your kid to walk, because the second they walk, they're going to walk the rest of their fucking life. And I'm telling you, crawling is magical. That's it. All right. But it's not a dig at Tia. Not at all. There's times that, you know, maybe she was
There's no to put her in the broadcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe she puts her kid down more than anyone who's ever put their kid down. I don't know. But those Bjorns will become a handicap, and a lot of people use their kids as an accoutrement, an accessory. And that is not what your kid is. But just know, anytime you see a kid that doesn't crawl, they do the scooting thing, they do a variety of things. It's usually the first kid, and it's because the parents don't put their kids down enough. And doctors tell them dumb shit like, don't give your kid tummy time. You better give your fucking kid tummy time and let him war with gravity.
God, my son hated tummy time.
Yeah. Got to set the timer and just deal with it. Let these motherfuckers war with gravity. Gravity's a son of a bitch. Matt Day, what is magic about it? How does that work? I have no idea.
Go crawl for a day,
Isn't
Matt.
there,
but there's tons of studies on it.
Isn't there something when so I know when some women give birth, they have abdominal separation.
My wife had that. I think Annie had that. Yeah.
And I think almost all of them go through that. And I believe when babies are born, they also have the same thing.
Yeah, something's not connected yet. Yeah. For babies, it's supposed to happen for sure.
And there's like a part of the act of crawling eventually in tummy time that actually closes that up.
Oh, I think I've heard that too. You're right. I think I've heard that too. But it's also, I think, that what the brain does. This shit for the brain is so fucking good, I think, at a young age.
They're born.
My feet, you can't see, but my feet and my testicles are doing something right now also. I can't see.
The weirdest thing about babies is that soft spot on their head. They're like, it's the freakiest thing for me.
Don't touch it.
I thought if I touch it, like their arm would shoot out to the side.
Stabilize their muscles. Yeah. And Chase said something too. You go ahead and just look it up, but don't. And then if you want, I charge $500 an hour for parenting consulting, and I have no clients, so I'm fucking open for anyone who wants to talk to me. But my kids are complete fucking superstars and savages, and I'll give you all my secrets, or you can get them for free on Instagram. All right. Hey, I'm starting, as people chime in about this whole relationship I'm having with Laura Horvat, people are saying that this is the Hungarian way. And that I'm being culturally, it's my cultural ignorance. Like, you know what I mean? You know, like some cultures, it's like, they talk with clicks and pops and shit.
That's language, but okay.
But Hungarians have their own, there's a dance of posturing that's different than what I'm used to. And
they just shit on you until you like them.
What'd you say?
They just shit on you until they end up liking you.
Yeah, I guess
it's to be sure. You know, you can't be sure unless you shit on them for 3.5 years, and then you know.
And if they stick around, they're worth liking.
That's what it's like being in the military.
You have a picture of my torn long johns with my cock and balls front and center. Your name is Seven Glands, and your comment is John Young's beard needs some tummy time. God damn.
That's
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it means you can't grow one.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
That's true. I can't.
Oh, that's great.
This will be shaven by next week. I promise.
That's great.
Don't you cave to the people. Don't negotiate with terrorists, John.
Everyone, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, purchase a sleep aid.
Aid sleep.
You ever take pre-workout twice a day?
What?
I've been taking Swolverine twice a day for the last 3 days.
What time?
Just all times. I wake up, I have it for breakfast.
Okay. And then when is this?
And then I come home and I have it again before I work out, because I go out with the kids. I play tennis with them, or 12:30 or 1. And then I have another scoop like at 3 when I'm done working out.
3?
Go big or go home.
God.
He snorts it like cocaine. Coca.
That's a lot.
Lord.
That is quite a bit.
It's like 600.
I hope it's like stimulant free.
Oh, look at this guy stole Josh Bridges' fucking hair work, and he says, "Sevi, no one cares." Fuck you, Jeffrey.
Let's go on the bridges. The bridges.
Hey, Sevan, did you get one of these at the games?
Oh,
those bracelets.
Did Rosie make that for you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have one. I actually was wearing it a little bit at home. I wonder where it is. Mine says CEO.
Me.
Oh, what is that?
That's a message. Susan.
What is that? Is that a bullet?
Is that a bullet?
It's a casing.
An empty casing?
Yeah.
Who gave you that?
A message.
Trish gave him that.
A friend.
Wow.
A friend.
You might want to keep an eye on
Hey, Patrick Clark. Yes. Chana Cho, Freddie Camacho out there in Maui.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
There was a thing that came out that said he was like all good though.
Yeah, I heard they're okay, but they don't have like a lot of cell service right now, so there's not a lot of contact coming out for him. But just that whole island.
What? Thank you, Patrick. Did they lose their shit, all their shit, or lose any loved ones?
I don't think the last part. I don't know about any damage to their home or their affiliates. I think there's one or two affiliates that might have gotten damage out there.
Damn. Okay. Anyone has any links for any like GoFundMe pages or any of that shit? I'll start posting that stuff all week. Just let me know.
Follow Katie Hogan, or Souza. Follow the West Coast affiliate page, and she'll probably put stuff up on there.
Okay, right on.
Okay.
West Coast. Katie Hogan will probably start putting up things, and if that does come up.
Sevan, when are you going to release the bathroom footage you took? Just so you know. That was not me. I always take my cameras off before I go to the bathroom and my fanny pack because I don't want splash on them.
No backsplash.
Prayers to Maui, but probably should send some money. With like every time you pray, you should probably send some money. Go to Freddie's page, Freddie Camacho. For those of you who don't know, they're old school as shit. Freddie's been around since like day 2. Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. That's. I think I probably took my first level 1 at his gym.
Mm-hmm.
All right, tomorrow morning. Oh, hey everyone! This is from Freddie Camacho. It looks like a drone picture of Hawaii. Hi everyone! It's been a crazy 3 days. China, Kai, and I are okay. Who's Kai?
Dog.
Okay. I was watching the fire right when it started, and China had a go bag packed for us. We bounced when the flames got a few hundred yards away. Miraculously, our home survived. Our building is the gray rooftop building, bottom of the picture. As you can see, 2 buildings in our complex didn't make it. We tried to hike back to our home late last night, but the fire jumped the highway right in front of us, and buildings in that area seemed like they exploded. Wow, that's hot. Lahaina is basically gone. Thousands are displaced and now jobless. So many of our friends are homeless. It's truly devastating. It's unbelievable that our home is there. I've been back to it several times now. It's actually totally fine, but not sure if or when it will be livable. We apologize to everyone who tried to reach out to us. We basically had no cell service for 3 days. I would randomly get 20 more texts at a time, but I was unable to reply to most of them. This island is truly amazing. Everyone is pulling together to take care of everyone. So much aloha. Today, they started allowing people who reside in Lahaina to come back to the area and go to the other side. Our plan is to go to the other side tomorrow. We will catch up with everyone that reached out to us then. Thank you to everyone for the outpouring of love, concern. We love you all. Big thank you to Rob and Ami Mason for taking us in. Lifesavers for sure. Where do you think it is? The building?
It's the like
bottom left.
Bottom. Is it that one or is it bottom right? Just right up above that to the upper right hand side, Caleb.
I thought it said gray roof. I just assumed.
I think the one in the left corner is gray roof too.
Yeah,
like very left corner, right there. Maybe that's green.
Could be that.
And when he says jump the highway, people, he didn't use the word right. There's no like highway there.
Yeah, it looks like a.
It's like this is an island. Wow. Well, I'm glad they're okay. Cool people.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Ken Walters. Now I know where I got my yuck when I got home. It was the pic I took with Chase at the.
Hey, speaking of, thank you to everybody that came to that. That was very special for me to be able to show up and see everybody there. So thank you for that. That was cool. That meant a lot.
All right. Tomorrow morning, Jeffrey Adler and Mr. Brendan Luckett, the champion and the man involved in the most contentious moment of the games. We'll see you guys tomorrow. John Young, thanks for coming on. Caleb Souza, Miss